Yo, what up, Timmy? How you doing? All right. Niggles. One yo. Wait, was it only one yo? Yeah, it was one yo. Sure was. Yo. Ooh. What up, Jerry? Oh. Bam. Save. What up, nerd? How you doing?
Timber!
No ducks, still a set? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure my apartment complex just kind of gave up on me. Revealing the hacks? No. Because I don't have the duck currently, I'm just making a list of all the subs that I still need to put on the duck when it comes back. And the list keeps growing. You seen it? You see nothing. Where's the duck? I know. I know. People only show up for the duck. They don't care about me. Somebody ban that guy. All right. So we need to go find Bryona. Pew, pew. Do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. What, what happened? You don't know how to undo that? Just slash unban. I meant the other guy, but, you know, that's funny, too. Here, I got it. There you go. You got poofed? True. That forces unfollow? Does it? Maybe. What's up, Levi? How you doing?
What is this?
You're still following? Yeah, I don't know. I do know that at one point bans did unfollow. But I think that they changed it because there was a lot of people complaining about it because of meme bans and stuff. That might be a mod setting, possibly. Hi there. How's it going? Maybe because you're subbed? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know how all that works. You blame the U.S. government? Yeah, same. True. So it currently seems like all three of my chats are working properly today, which is good. Hopefully it stays that way. You're going to bed now? Good night? Alright, take it easy. How's the druid feeling? I mean, I'm only level 39 still, but so far so good. Have a great night, Jerry. I'll see you when I see you. One time our apartment was leaking because of rain on a Friday night, and we called them and they said it wasn't an emergency. Perfect. Anyway, the whole building flooded. Awesome. Now that I brought attention to what, the duck? Every time that I do this specific dungeon, it always makes me miss the vaults from Season 3. And I really do hope that someday they bring them back. It's like any of the old style dungeons that have come and gone. Whether it be the capstones, or the vaults, or... I don't remember what any of the other ones were called, but they're just gone now. I miss them. Oh, the chat's working? True. Seen some OP druid boys face tanking Bella phases and Belial phases. Gotcha. Wait, they're not doing enough damage to just one-shot him? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Why are all these doors locked? Where does it want me to go? What do you mean face tanking Belial? Right? Just slap him once. He should be dead. Oh, I needed to talk to somebody apparently. I think I missed some context. You might have got auto-modded, Jordan. All I saw was granted billions is already a lot of damage. I didn't see any context for that though. Like, as much as I appreciate TikTok's auto-modding, I do wish that I had a little bit more control over it. It's like somebody could type fart and it would get auto-modded. Legit, all the doors are locked? Yeah. Just Druid's doing billions of DPS. Gotcha. What am I supposed to be clicking on here? Up there now? Got it. You missed the Sorc dungeon where you're just supposed to pick up the book, but you always did the whole dungeon before remembering that. Yeah, I usually do the whole dungeon there anyways, but I think that that dungeon also gives one of the decent Sorc aspects, if I remember right. Could be mistaken. But yeah, I always did the whole dungeon anyways, because I'm like, I'm already here, I might as well.
No.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Man, I am getting very close to 3,000 on Twitch, and that makes me happy. Because, like, when D4 first came out, I think I was under 1,000 still. I know that's not, like, a lot, but just for making such little progress for so many years, and then basically, like, tripling my followers in, like, 2 years, makes me happy. Alright, so where are we going? Back to town. Gotta go to the strong room. You're very proud of me? I couldn't have done it without y'all. What up, Mr. Sunshine? How you doing?
Come, traveler. The stars of sanctuary await.
Okay. Why do I still have this? Oh, I literally just needed to use it. I see. I thought that was a quest item. Anyways. I guess I'll go turn this in. 5 new hype train emotes? Ooh. Are they any good? Sounds like we need to get 5 more hype trains. You just got a notification for it? Gotcha. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I did notice Twitch is also... They're giving... I don't know if it's every streamer. But there's a new thing where you can apparently run like your own events with discounted gifted subs and stuff. You can only do so many events and like over so many hours, but I need to figure out some kind of like event to use those for. Could be fun. Maybe we'll do something in Riztober. Alright. Actually, next season's in September. Maybe we'll do it for that. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Alright, so we're gonna go to Blind Burrows? Sign me up. Don't do it for Rizathon, you'll regret it. Will I? You better believe when the next expansion comes out, I gotta try and top the last one. The wienering was a little too cheap. That's true. That's true. No, so I think the chances of me ever doing another wienering is very, very, very low. 32 is like day one? Yeah. And I think we did like 17 or something on the other day that I did it. I don't remember. That was too much. New build? Yeah, we switched to a druid. Because I felt like I did pretty much everything I wanted to do on the Sorc, so we're trying the druid. Seeing how that goes. I haven't played druid in a couple seasons, so it sounded fun. This is your first season ever playing Sorc. How are you liking it? Sorc's one of my favorites, so I hope you're enjoying it. Still not done on your wizard? I still think it's hilarious. Like, people call it Sorc, people call it wizard, people call it mage. You love it? Hell yeah. Need to start a second tune? Do it. Do it! You should play a Sorc, Timmy. You'll love it. You gonna start calling it a warlock? Do it! We even have all max roll aspects and tempers in the way it wanted them rolled. Nice. Yeah, it sounds like you're pretty done. Need to work on leveling for Paragon. Managed to score some good multi-GA unique pieces. Nice. Then you realized it was time to retire the Necro. So you're making a rogue now? Is that what I'm hearing? Can you please explain imprinting aspects? You're new to the game. Sure. So it's a lot different than it was when the game first came out. But the way that it works now is when you get a legendary item. Well, okay. Let me back up. Anytime you finish a dungeon, when you finish the dungeon, it has a chance to unlock, or it will unlock a codex power, if you don't already have that codex power. Pretty much every dungeon has one, I think. I think every dungeon has one. Once you unlock the power, it'll add it to your codex of power. Additionally, if you find a legendary that has a codex power you don't already have, salvaging it will add that to your codex of power. At that point, you can then put that power on any other compatible piece of gear that's rare, yellow, or legendary. And it will always give you the same power of the version that you extracted, because all legendary powers have multiple ranks. So like you can get one that has like 1%, or you can get one that has like 3%, or like depending on however it rolls. If it's a static number, it could be like 2,000 to 5,000 or something. So like as you get better versions of it, you can salvage them and it'll upgrade your codex of power. Offensive ones can only go in certain slots, defensive ones can only go in certain slots, resource ones can only go on certain slots, etc. But like when you put them into the panel at the occultist, it'll show you like which ones you can apply it to. Codex thing is the best thing I ever did. Remember the aspects that, yeah, you used to have to extract the item and then carry around the aspect in your inventory, and once you use it once, it's gone forever. So you have to like stockpile all the aspects important for your build. So the fact that it's just like an unlock now is a huge quality of life improvement. It makes it way easier. But hopefully that makes sense. If you need clarification on anything else, like more specifically, let me know. You can only use it once. No. So once it's in the Codex of Power, you can use it as many times as you want. A piece of gear, like if you apply one from your Codex of Power, you do overwrite the one that was already on there. So if you didn't have that one already and you overwrite it, you're not going to be able to salvage it to get the one that was on it. But yeah, you can extract and overwrite as many times. Like you can extract a piece of gear whenever you salvage it, and you can apply that one as many times as you want to. What's up, anxiety? Oh, that felt weird saying. I don't want to talk to my anxiety. I'll talk to you though. It's okay. Back when our stash was all aspects and gems, yeah. You wish Druid had more things to transform into? Yeah, I actually made a video about that the other day. I was joking about, like, if they added new shapeshift skills, what would you guys want to see? And I'm like, I want a kangaroo build. It's Braxton, just change your name? Gotcha. Do I like playing with other persons? What is the community like? A lot of people do like playing multiplayer. I'm mostly a solo player. I do play with other players every now and then, but it's pretty rare. Generally, I just play by myself. Also, DBO, I see that you're offering a boost. I appreciate it, but I like leveling my characters. It's fun to me. So I'm gonna respectfully pass, but I appreciate it. Okay. You know, I used to have a YouTube video that actually did pretty well that explained the whole occultist system and like how aspects and stuff worked, but it was based on the original system. It might be time to like remake a bunch of like beginner guides, especially now that it's free on PlayStation. I've been getting a lot more questions like of like basic stuff. I might want to make some like YouTube guides for that kind of thing. Might be helpful. Might get some good views. What's my crit chance? I mean, I'm only level 39, so I'm not sure. 53? Do I like Druid? I do like Druid. It's probably my third favorite class. I think I like Sorc, and then Barb, and then Druid. And then probably Spiritborn, then Rogue, then Necro. If I had to rank them. But you just explain it, makes total sense? Okay, good. If you have any other questions about stuff, like as you're learning the game, if you get questions, let me know. Because like that might be good things for me to make videos on. Because I've been looking for things to make like new YouTube videos on. Would appreciate YouTube yeah. I should probably make videos for like new to D4? Click here. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. You had a D4 on Xbox, then you took it off remote play, so you bought it for PS5 and bought a portal to play at work. The next month D4 went free to play. Isn't that how it usually works? Need 5 levels in your Paragon with Necro? Nice. Man, I was not paying attention in this thing at all. We did not do very well in the strong room. That's okay. I chose a bad time to take a sip of my drink. When should you start getting into Paragon system? So you unlock the Paragon system once you get to level 60. And it basically just replaces the skill tree. Like, it doesn't replace the skill tree, but instead of putting points in the skill tree, you'll then start putting points in Paragon instead. Why did it start me further back this time? All right, let's focus up, Riz. You got this. Let's grab this loot that I apparently missed. All right, let's go, Agony. All right, all right. Got him. What's happening right? Oh. I didn't realize he had phases. You need to get some escalating nightmare dungeon keys with certain affix for the seasonal progress. Can't find them to save your life. So I made that same mistake when I was doing that quest. Apparently, not all of those have to be on the sigil themselves. As you're going through the multiple floors, if that affix rolls on any of the floors, it also counts. So I would say just run the ones that you have and hope for the best. Good music choice? Hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that at first either, and I was just like waiting around, hoping to get those sigils, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna run the ones that I have, and I'm like, wait, I just got credit for that one. How's Druid going? So far, so good. I was basically able to go to Penitent like right away because I had already leveled a character and had all my seasonal powers and aspects and whatnot, but it's going pretty well. You ran the ones you had and finished it? Yeah, exactly. Your highest strong room's rank 4. It took me a while to be able to finish all of them, but eventually you get to the point where it gets pretty easy to get it all the way up. I need to get 1 ancestral bounty cache. Been hitting the tree hard this week and try to get it. So one thing I also found out about too late is apparently for the ones that say like you need like 3 of this type of cache, if you get the cache and then drop it on the ground and pick it up again, and then drop it on the ground and pick it up again, that counts as 3. I wish I would have known that earlier. Uh-huh. Which I should have known that because that was a bug like many seasons ago. And I just, you know, I figured, oh, by now they probably fixed that. Didn't even occur to me to try, but yep. Next YouTube video, things I wish I knew earlier. Yeah, maybe. But generally, I want to make videos on things that I don't think are going to get patched out so that they're more like evergreen content. And that might be something that gets patched out. Maybe not, though. I don't know. At level 60, what's the endgame like? So the thing about this game is, like, once you get into the endgame, it's kind of more of the same. Like, there's a few new things that get added, but it's kind of the same with a little bit more difficulty added on, a little bit. But it opens up to where you can start doing the pit, you start getting Paragon points. It's Whispers, Nightmare Dungeons, Helltide. There's the Cross Undercity. Is Paragon the endgame? It's part of the endgame, yeah. I do hope that they add more endgame stuff to do in the future, like that actually feels like a end game, like level 60 Paragon 200 plus content. That's like new stuff to do, but we'll see. I know they have big plans for the future, so fingers crossed. We are gonna use this. Can you explain the Nightmare Dungeon changes? So basically, Nightmare Dungeons are generally the same at the base level, but they added a bunch of new affixes to the Nightmare Dungeons. I couldn't even tell you what they all are. There's a bunch of new ones, and they're like different qualities. There's yellow ones, there's blue ones, there might be legendary ones. I'm not even sure. On top of that, though, now they have a chance to spawn Horadrim strong rooms. You'll see like a little pillar thing inside the dungeon that spawns. It puts a little icon on the map. You have to kill monsters around the portal, then the portal opens up. You go inside it, there's a room that kind of has Infernal Horde style pillars in there that you get to choose modifiers for this dungeon. Once you pick a couple modifiers, you have 100 seconds to go clear as many monsters as you can within a room. There's a couple activities you can do around the room. When you either run out of time or fill the entire meter, then a boss spawns. You kill the boss, you get a chest. The chest will have varying rewards depending on the stuff that you picked. And then once you kill the boss, another portal will take you back to the main dungeon. And then the dungeon plays mostly the same. On top of that, there's also escalated Nightmare Dungeon sigils now, which are legendary sigils, which basically take 3 dungeons, stack them on top of each other. So you finish one, then you get a portal to the second one. That one gets a little more difficult, stacks more modifiers on top of it. Once you finish 3 of those, then you get to go to a 4th room. The 4th room is torment only, but you go to a 4th room and you get to fight Astaroth, which is a new boss. But that's basically the changes in a nutshell. Do I have Roblox? I don't play Roblox. What up, Quakes? Most new people you've helped needed info into the whole process of getting to endgame, runes, timbers, etc. Yeah. You have 1 at 170, but you cannot take any damage. Best opinion I'm making a Necro minion build. Gotcha. So I don't really play much Necro, so I'm not sure. Do I have any meteor aspects and or uniques? I don't think so. I salvaged most of my stuff. Yeah, I don't have much right now. I wonder if they'll let us stack dungeons in the future. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully. It's hard to learn this game. You've watched tutorials for 2 days. If you guys have any specific questions, if I don't answer them on stream, hi Psychosa. If I don't answer any questions on stream, feel free to jump on my Discord, and I'm always happy to answer questions, and that might give me more ideas to make YouTube videos and stuff, because I do want to make some guide videos. What's my barbarian build? I don't have one this season. The last couple of seasons I made earthquake barbarians, but this season I've heard lunging strike is the way to go. What's my Discord? I have a link to it in my bio. I have like a links page to all my stuff. There's community Discord link in there. Okay, we want to use that. We want to use that. Sure. Do I have anything tempered? No. Okay, good. I don't want to bother with that yet. How to level up if skipping campaign on new game seasonal. Literally doing whatever content you want. I usually just follow the seasonal quest line because that's what I enjoy doing. But you can do Hell Tides. You can spam Nightmare Dungeons, which basically is what this season has you do. Just honestly do whatever content you find fun. Your brain isn't working yet? You haven't had coffee? It happens. Happens to the best of us. You're new to the game. What's the max level and how do you know what gear is best for each character? So the max level is 60 and then you get Paragon levels up to 300. So technically Paragon 300 is the highest, but as far as regular levels, it's 60. As far as knowing what you need for your character, it really depends what build you're playing. There's a lot of resources online that can kind of help you with that. But generally, if you read your stats, like, like crit is generally pretty good. Attack speed can be pretty good. Your core stats. So if I'm playing a druid, willpower is going to be strong. On a sorc, int is going to be strong. Necromancer also uses int. Barbs use strength. But it really depends on your build. So I would either look up a build guide and kind of see what they're doing, or I don't know. Like usually when you hover over your skills or whatever, it'll kind of give you an idea of what like Pulverize uses overpower, that kind of thing. Didn't I have a barb too? Or are you talking about doing a? Is that to me or is that to somebody else? I didn't have a barb this season. Or was that to Psychosa? Or what am I missing? Am I looking forward to the next season of Last Epoch and PoE 2 next month? Yes. Yes. Season starting to run together for you? That happens. For sure. Alright, so we need Aftershock on here. And then Retribution. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And then we need Changeling Debt on this one. Okay. You just started playing Diablo 4 for the first time ever. Your druid build didn't feel that good. Were you following a build guide or were you just kind of winging it? New season still 60 days away? Is that accurate? That sounds right. 67 days, yep. What's Epoch? Last Epoch is another ARPG, similar to this game. Right now it's PC only, but it's really fun. It's really good. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. You following a pulverized build? I don't know. I'm liking mine so far. Do you know what build you're using? This is your first Diablo. Gonna have to revisit some earlier installations. So Diablo 2, if you played it when it was new, it's one of the best games of all time. I don't know how it's gonna hold up if you've never played it before. I think D3 will probably hold up better, but it wasn't as well regarded. But it's still a good game. They're both good games though. You beat a boss that gave me an item that gave my Earth Strike 150% damage boost. Nice. 3.7k willpower is enough for this build? I have no idea. I only have 376, but I'm only level 40. Confirm D2R does not hold up. So some people play it for the first time and they love it. But other people try it nowadays and they just can't do it. So it really just depends on the person. Is Last Epoch free? I think it's like 30 or 40 bucks. But they have said that they're going to continue adding new content. And there will never be like a paid expansion or anything. Like all content will always be free. No, I'm not on Eternal. I always play seasonal. I'll worry about that later.
Moo.
Okay, we need to find Briona and Davish in Tarsarek. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Running endgame Juggernaut? I'm not entirely sure what that means. Oh, I totally missed the Superman message. I don't know how I missed that, but it was fantastic. It was really good. Should you continue Bloodwave or go minions? They seem strong. So I'm not a big Necro guy, but I would say I think they're both going to be really good. So I would go with whatever sounds more fun for you to play. You'll give D2R a real shot. Literally just said that as I answered. I think you might be delayed. No, I might be delayed then. No, I don't think that works. That's weird because I saw like 8 messages after that message. Anyways. My brain is delayed. You love Bone Spear, but that won't be doing much this season. Yeah, I've heard Bone Spear is not great this season. Also, the mini-map is missing in this area right now. That's weird. But yeah, Superman was really good. It felt like the most Marvel of the DC movies, which, in my opinion, is a great thing. In James Gunn we trust. And I'm looking forward to the new DCU. How do I get there? How was Lex? I liked him a lot more than I thought I was going to from the trailers. He actually did remind me a bit of Michael Rosenbaum, which, yes. Not as good, but still pretty good. Do I solo right now, or do I play with people a lot? I mostly solo, but I do play with people every once in a while. Yelling psychopath then? That's great. No, he wasn't. No. Where's the damage? I'm level 40. Relax. Going Sunday? Yeah, you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna like it. Chats in the way only side. Oh yeah, Paragon 214, but level 41. Yep. Think about starting a Sorc, but you don't want to be a Hydra Sorc? Don't do it then. You could do Meteor. You could do Ice Shards. Hell, you could bring back Arclash and do me proud.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Thanks for helping, Psychosa. Why not let you rush it in the pit till 60? I like leveling. It's fun for me. I know that's like blasphemy for some people. Some people are like, I just want to get to Torment immediately. But, I don't know. I like playing the game. The leveling part's your enjoyment? Yeah. It's like so many people complain that this game doesn't have enough to do, but then they skip most of the game. It's like they get power leveled and then buy Belial mats, and then they're like, okay, now I'm bored. Now what do I do? I'm like, don't do that. You get carried by your nephew's Pulverize build. You're 220 and he's 165. Nice. Like, I don't mind if people want to get power leveled if they enjoy playing the game and continue playing it. But if you're going to do that and then complain that you have nothing to do, that's kind of on you, bro. Guess what? Chicken butt. It's not gonna be chicken butt. It's not gonna be chicken butt. I don't know. Tell me. It's. I know. Ah, I ruined it. I ruined it. Can you tell me now? How about now? I really don't like that I have no mini-map here. Like, what is happening? It was wieners? Oh. Chicken wieners? Like, I don't think it was missing for me the first time I did this quest. Chickens don't have wieners? Oh. That's sad. Yeah, I'm slowly working my way there. Did stream die? Seems okay on my end. You can carry me to level 60? No, I'm good. I like leveling characters. How are there portions of this map you haven't uncovered, right? Like, it makes me wonder if it's loading the map from, like, the original campaign, or if maybe they're making changes for the expansion that they accidentally, like, rolled into the game now, or what's going on. I don't know. Alright, so I came all the way for that. Cool. Yep, Quigs is fugged. I'm glad it's him and not me.
Much thanks, friend.
I don't know what that noise was. Alright, strong room. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, you should make sure to hit that thumbs up button. You know, just for reasons. What? Finally got all the things in the reliquary? Nice. Heck yeah. Yeah, they made it so much faster with the 99 carryover. Got a knock today saying the internet would be out almost all day tomorrow because they're doing major upgrades. I mean, upgrades are good. Downtime is sad. Hopefully it ends up being a net win, though, and you get, like, way faster internet or something. Not gonna lie, I got bored with Sorc. I feel like if you want to play Hydra, you won't be, but you don't wanna. That's fair. It's definitely not for everybody. It's Xfinity. I'm on Xfinity, and I don't really have problems here, but I've found that they are very hit or miss depending on area. I've definitely had some Xfinity that was a terrible experience, and then others that was pretty good. I will say though, at one point they did out of nowhere, they increased my download speed, not my upload speed, but just my download speed by 100 megabits for free out of nowhere, and I was very surprised by that. Here, Druid to 60, and let me say, I think it might be better than Sorc. Nice. If you're having more fun with it, then it's absolutely better for you. She's so humble over there. Hi Roberto, how you doing? I don't want that one. I guess I picked that one. Shit! What's the highest difficulty you can go right now? I mean, I'm only level 42 on this character, but I'm playing on Penitent. Am I gonna do Pulverize Poison endgame? That's the plan. I'm just playing solo self-found this season. As I do most seasons. I'm really curious if they're going to add official solo self-found once that leaderboard gets added to the game in the expansion. Really curious how they're going to go about it. Like, what content that's going to be for. You're like Paragon 198 and T2's already a breeze. Nice. This is why I take pride in Riz taking gold from me early one season, because he couldn't afford something. Yeah, I don't remember what happened there. Was that the Spiritborn season? I don't even remember. Dude! You remember what happened? You took gold from Timmy? I remember that part, but I don't remember why. Better be hardcore? I'm not playing hardcore this season, but I do hardcore some seasons. There's a good chance I'll do hardcore next season, actually. Or maybe later this season, I don't know. I did say doo-doo, didn't I? I get too ADHD for hardcore. That's kind of true. I'll get too focused on talking to chat and I'll end up ripping. And then I see clips of Woody dying in hardcore, just like seemingly out of nowhere. And I'm like, eh. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Although that said, those kind of rips when like it's like not my fault and it just kind of happens out of nowhere, those are good for content. One of your all-time favorite games? Nice. Same. There are too many ways to die at no fault of your own to play, for you to enjoy hardcore. Yeah, like there was one bug in Horadrim strong rooms with like the different cubes that you can carry. Like he was just walking around with the cube in his hands or whatever, and just like randomly died out of nowhere. Like fully decked out character. Dad introduced you to Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction almost 20 years ago? Yeah. Yep, Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction is probably my second favorite game of all time. And I still go back and play it every once in a while. Like, if they ever release new content to D2R, I will 100% be going back for it. At least the bows don't just one-shot us anymore. Oh, the corpse bows? Yeah. That one death that I had in Infernal Hordes to the corpse bows off screen was such bullshit. Play PD2? I do. I love PD2. I usually play it at least for a little bit when new seasons start. You got attuned to 50 for the trophy because you wanted the platinum trophy, but as soon as it dinged 50, you dipped. Heck, that mess, yeah. Did they nerf corpse bows? It seems like it. Like, I don't remember them ever specifically saying it, but I haven't had that happen in a while.
Move.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And yeah, just a heads up for anybody watching on TikTok or YouTube. I am also live on Twitch if you want to see the whole horizontal, like the widescreen version of the game. And also, I have a goal to try to reach 3,000 followers on Twitch by the end of the year, and I'm currently only 89 away. How are you level 43 but Paragon 213? Because I already have a sorceress that's Paragon 214. Like, I've already done all the endgame stuff, and now I'm just making an alt, and Paragon is account-wide. But I don't actually get any of the benefits from Paragon until I hit 60, and then I'll have 200-something points to spend on it as soon as I hit 60. Yeah, I've always liked Pulverize Druid. It's always been one of my favorites. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Realm-wide? Right. Yeah, so yeah, Paragon carries over between like all of your softcore characters share Paragon, all of your hardcore characters share Paragon, all of your softcore Eternal Realm characters share Paragon, all of your Eternal Realm hardcore characters share Paragon. And like when your seasonal characters move to Eternal, the Paragon that you had that season will then add to your Eternal Realm Paragon, so your Eternal Realm will continue moving up after every season. So by doing literally nothing on Eternal, eventually you will be 300 on Eternal. Eventually. Probably. Maybe. What is your build? You're running Pulverize. Yeah, I'm doing Pulverize as well. I'm just using the max roll leveling build, but I don't know what I'm going to run endgame.
The wonders of Sanctuary at your fingertips.
Retaliation. And Juggernaut. How do you find the Uber gears? So if you're talking about mythic uniques, you can technically find them anywhere. But the best place to get them is the layer bosses, specifically Belial, Andariel, Duriel, and Harbinger of Hatred. Need to add a hole. No, I don't. It's there. Can I make better gems? Probably. Yep. Where are those at? So the layer bosses, I can't see them right now because I am in Penitent. I'm not in Torment yet. But like Varshan is right here, right next to the Tree of Whispers. Actually, can I pull up the legend? Oh no, they don't show in the legend, do they? I don't remember what the symbol looks like. Let's see. Does this show? No, No, that doesn't show the right symbols. There we go. This one has them. So if I click off these and just show boss layers. So they look like this on the map. Little dungeon icon with like the little skull above it. So just look for those on the map. But they're kind of scattered. Go away, ad. They're kind of scattered all around the world. So you have Varshan down here, Lord Zir up here, Beast in the Ice over here. You have Grigwar over here. I believe this is Harbinger of Hatred. This is Duriel, Urivar, and Dariel. Do they not have Belial on here yet? He's like up here somewhere, right? I don't even know. What's up, Wiggly Grub? How you doing? Alright, what was I doing? Oh boy. Oh right, making gems. Boom, 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 boom. Good. You're doing well? I'm doing pretty good. What site is this? Oh god, I closed it. I don't even know. I just Googled Diablo 4 map. Only get layer bosses when you hit Torment? Yes. Yep. And you do need like keys for all of them. So like when you're doing like nightmare dungeons, for instance, they'll drop what are they called? I don't know. Each boss. Let me switch over to my Sorc real quick. I'll show you. Okay, so oh, come on, game. You smell something stinky. What's up, Jess? All right, so for example, in my consumables tab, I have 75 Judicators masks, which says that it's used to open Urivar's Hoard, and it requires 12 of these. I have 75, that's more than enough. So Urivar, you can open up your map and come over here, and Urivar is this one, nope, this one right here. So you can click on it, and it'll take you right to the Fields of Judgment, which is where Urivar is. I should probably center my vertical stream again. But yeah, so they look like this on the map. And so you click on it, you go to the boss, and they're all just kind of like little dungeons that lead you right to the boss. And then you get here, and you can spawn the boss by clicking on this altar. The boss will spawn. You make the boss disappear. And then the chest will spawn. And then if you have the masks, so you need 12 of them, you can then open up the chest. And it'll give you some shiny loots. And that's the best chance to get mythic items. And there is a chance, which just happened, to also get Belial to spawn after you kill those bosses. And if you kill Belial, you then basically get double the loot of the boss that you just killed. So his loot table will mimic the boss that I just killed. And also give you Betrayer's Husks, which is the material that you need to spawn the big version of Belial, which is the best place to get mythic uniques. If that makes sense. Anyways, that's my layer boss tutorial. Back to Smoosh. Hey, Psychosa, do you have Roblox?
Let's stay only as long as we need to.
So it's not just your game freezing like that? No. Like, my computer's pretty damn strong, and it's been doing it a lot this season. Luckily, it's mostly just when I'm loading from one zone to another, and it's not like a constant issue, but it's still annoying. Alright. Need another strong room. Am I going for Pulverize? Yes. Yep. Yeah, I do hope that they get some more stability fixes happening in the not too distant future. What up, Joe? Happens most in town. Yep, I would agree with that. Like, teleporting back to town is definitely the worst. Hope they buff Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning's pretty strong. I know Roxy put out a really good build guide for Chain Lightning. She seems to do Chain Lightning pretty much every season. And I want to say it uses Azurath to make it really strong. But I don't remember for sure. I could be misspeaking. I really should be using an elixir. I don't even care what. Just something. Just downloaded Diablo 4. Which class should you pick? You're thinking about Rogue or Necro? I mean, I always recommend trying something out that speaks to you. Like, figure out what archetype you think sounds the most fun. Try it out for a little bit. And if you're liking it, stick with it. And if you're not really feeling it, try something else. Because leveling is pretty quick. So, like, if you get, like, you know, an hour in and you're not really feeling it, you're not, you know, you're not having to repeat too much. Like I say, if you're feeling Rogue or Necro, do it. I know between the two, I prefer Rogue, but I know a lot of people really like Necros. First ever Diablo game? Hell yeah. Welcome. One of us. One of us. I don't know if you remember since yesterday, Hit Tournament 2 did it. Nice. Hell yeah. How's it feeling? I just got hit with trading for the first time. Man, people really out here trading in billions. Yeah. Yeah, trading is nuts. I don't really mess with it. I play pretty much solo self-found. But I've seen, like, you get one good rune, and you're pretty much set gold-wise for the entire season. It's wild. Just got a 4GA Andariel's Visage. Quite literally the only mythic you didn't want. This game loves you.
No.
That was my first mythic as well. And I ended up salvaging it for the Sparked, and I ended up getting my Shroud of False, whatever it's called. Shroud of False Death, that's the one. So it ended up working out in the end, but it was sad when it dropped. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. You hate they're gonna have to scrap it? Yeah. At least they gave us something to do with them, though. Like, I remember back in the day, you would get them, and then there would be nothing to do with them. Like, you couldn't turn them into Sparks originally. I do wish, though, if you get multiple GAs on a Mythic and you salvage it, you should get more Sparks for it. Like, maybe not, like, 4 for a 4GA or whatever, but maybe if it's like a 1 or 2 Spark, you get, or 1 or 2 GA, you get 1 Sparks, and if it's 3 or 4, you get 2 or something. I think that would be a nice little quality of life improvement. Just want a refund? Yeah, I guess that would be kind of overpowered now that you say that. If you happen to get a like a 4GA one, or a 3GA one at that point, then you could just, like, basically re-roll it for free. Well, for 50 million or whatever. That might be a little too overpowered. If they did that, they might have to increase the cost to 3 or something. Maybe not, though. You're just sad? Yeah, I hear that. I guess the chances of getting a 3 or 4 GA is pretty low, so I guess it wouldn't be too unfair to give you another shot. Man, but yeah, I cannot wait to see what the systems of the game look like once the next expansion come out. Very curious what they'll be like. Yeah, like, I'm privy to some of the high-level ideas, but as far as specifics, I'm just like, I need to know! I cannot wait for some kind of big reveal. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Trying to start a third class, or do I do Druid or Berserker? What's a Berserker? You mean Barbarian? Barbs are fun. Druids are fun. I think you'll be happy either way. What's up, MK1? How you doing? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Moo.
Might be a stupid question, but somewhere I read there are world tiers, or there used to be. There used to be world tier 1, 2, 3, and 4, but they basically replaced that with the normal, hard, expert, penitent, torment 1, 2, 3, 4 difficulties. It used to be to where like the first 50 to 60 levels were world tier 1 and 2, where you could level on either one, and then you progressed like 50 to 70 was world tier 3, and 70 to 100 was world tier 4. That's old, outdated information. You pick Necro as a good pick. Necros are really strong, and a lot of people love them. They're not my favorite class, but it seems like I'm in the minority there. Most people really like Necro. You'll watch my streams more often? I appreciate that. I stream most days. Not every day, but most days. And I'm trying to be more consistent about my streaming schedule, at least until they change my work shift again. Then I might have to tweak it again, but... I think more people just love the power of Necro more than the gameplay of it. Maybe. Like, I like the fantasy of the Necro. I just don't enjoy the gameplay of it at all. I will say the little bit that I played this season felt a little bit better than it did previously. But I always liked the low levels, and it was always the higher levels that started getting boring for me. For me, it's Shred Druid or Shotgun Ice Sorc. Nice. I haven't tried the Shotgun Ice Sorc, but that does sound fun. I mean, I guess I did briefly do it while I was leveling Hydra. I think they moved Ice Shards up to B tier on max roll this season. They were much lower than that before, I think. Over 700 Belial runs, only 3 mythics. That's wild. Yeah, I feel like everybody's assuming because Belial's like the top tier of the bosses that he's going to be the best chance to get mythics. But I feel like that might not be the case, because like I've done maybe 20 Duriels, and I've gotten 2 mythics from Duriel this season, on Torment 3 no less. For AoE better Hydra? Probably. You only have 4 rares and 1 legendary item. You started 1 week ago. Hey man, everybody's gotta do it at their own pace. There's a lot of people who play this game for, 8 to 10 hours a day. Other people who play it for, 2 or 3 hours a week. The thing that I like about this game, though, like I've always liked about Diablo games. There's like other video games, you'll log in and you'll feel like you have to play for like hours to really accomplish anything. In Diablo, you can play for 20 minutes and feel like you got stuff done. What difficulty do I use? While I'm leveling, so at the start of a new season, I usually start in normal, and then like around level 15, I'll kind of gauge, because that's when most classes unlock their like class power. At that point, I'll usually gauge, okay, where do I want to go to? And I'll usually step it up to hard at that point, and then I'll kind of feel it out. When it starts feeling too easy, then I'll bump it up to expert, and then when that feels a little too easy, I'll switch to penitent. Although since this is my second character this season, and I already have a bunch of power unlocked, I pretty much jump to penitent right away. PoE, you really need to put time in compared to Diablo. True. I love both games, but they scratch very different itches. Okay. So we need to put Ghost Walker on my boots. That said, next month, I will be going back to both Last Epoch and PoE 2 because they're both coming out with new seasons, and I'm pretty excited for that.
Return soon.
There is power in these stones.
Does the Shroud have a chance of dropping, or is it only craftable? All mythics have a chance of dropping or being craftable. They're the same.
Stars guide you.
Why do you choose this method of leveling? I'm sure you have a friend that can carry you. Because I enjoy leveling. I feel like just being power leveled is just skipping the game, and I like playing the game. It's fun for me. Like, so many people complain that this game doesn't have enough things to do, and then they just skip all the things that they do have. So it's like, I don't know. I like playing the game. It's fun. Okay. Throw these runes in here. Why do I play the game instead of watching the credits? You know what? That's true. How do you go to the credits? There we go. Do you guys remember that time that I sat through the Vessel of Hatred credits just to see if there was anything at the end? What's the fastest way to level up Paragon? You're at 103, seems hard. Generally, either the Pits or Infernal Horde is going to be the fastest. And make sure you're running an Elixir and Incense if you want to maximize your leveling speed. You're more focused on endgame the most part, but you like my energy. So that's the thing. Is like I've already leveled a Sorceress to Paragon 215 and done all of the seasonal journey. I've killed all the bosses and stuff, and now I'm looking for something new. And like, the seasons are 3 months, and we're only 2 weeks in, so I got plenty of time, right? So I'm just gonna do it all. Am I free to play or pay to win? There's zero pay to win in this game. The only thing you can buy in this game is cosmetics. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. When you played your Hydra, did you move onto the endgame before having all the mythics or waited? So I moved into the endgame with just legendaries before I even had ancestral, like before I had unique items. And then I stayed with the ancestral version, the unique version, until I had all my mythics, and then I switched all at once to the final mythic version. What level am I? I am level 43 at the moment. But yeah, generally speaking, like, I could have shifted to some of the mythics before I got all of them, but I waited until I had all 3 to switch to the mythic version just because, like, I didn't want to be in this hodgepodge hybrid between builds. I just wanted to change it all at once. Seems easier for me. But, like, the Hydra build, it was pretty powerful right out the gate. Imagine being an Eternal like me, not so much to do except pushing pits and count the sec of bosses. I mean, you could always start a seasonal character if you wanted to. And then when the season ends, it just moves to Eternal and will be with all your other characters. Where did I find my mythics from? So I got one of them from Andariel and the other two from Duriel, I think. And I think I got them all in Torment 3. Actually, wait, no. I got one from Duriel, one from Andariel, and then I crafted the third one off of ones that I found. You know, I don't remember. Because, yeah, the first one I got was from Andy, and I salvaged that one. And then I got my next one from Duriel. The third one, I'm not sure. It might have been Belial, actually. But yeah, I know I found two of them, and I crafted the third one. What skeletal warrior is best for necros? Any necro enjoyers have an answer for that question? Because I don't know. What's the best build for the ninja? Can't say the name because of TikTok. Then the Spiritborn? The rogue? It's probably rogue, right? I've heard that the best build for rogue this season is penetrating shot, although I've heard twisting blade is really good as well. Dance of knives is really good for leveling, but I think it falls off in the endgame. And Italian's another name. Is it assassin? Is that the one you can't say? Because it has ass in it twice. Sacrifice warriors and go mages for big damage. There you go. Oh, is it Cutthroat? Started Sorcerer, didn't like it, switched to Rogue, love it, think you're a Rogue player? I do like Rogues. I don't play them as much, but I do like them. What up, Chris? Pew, 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 pew. So in Italian, they call the Rogue the Cutthroat? Interesting. What do they call the other classes? If there was more endgame content, I think you'd play more, but it's just repetitive. I mean, Diablo games have always been repetitive at their core, but I do agree. I do hope that they add more endgame. Something to make the endgame loop a little more satisfying. Just working along. How's life? Pretty good. Pretty good. Chilling. I get to give blood today. That was fun. I got stabbed. The Sorc is Incantator? Huh. Interesting. You love how many different names there are for Rogue? Yeah. Is 100k gold much? You started not long ago and it looks like much. So there are people who have billions of gold, but I mean, it's not nothing. Was it my blood? I think so. It came out of my arm. How Hydra hit on season in terms of numbers, 40. Honestly, I don't really look at the numbers. I just look at health bars and see how fast they move down. But Hydra Sorcs are very strong this season. I know I was hitting in like the hundreds of billions. I don't think I ever hit trillions though. What is Hydra? It's a big fire snake that sorceresses can cast. And it has multiple heads, and you can scale up how many heads it has. Thought I was a robot with how long I stream? I mean, I don't stream that long most of the time. Beep, beep, boop. What's the best build this season? It depends what class. Like Spiritborns have a bunch of good builds. Sorcs have a couple good builds. Necros have a couple really good builds. It seems like Barbs are generally the weakest, but they have a couple builds that are still doing pretty solid. Riz's AI confirmed. I mean, I've never denied it. Imagine my head just started spinning around. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. How can you level up fast? Are you talking about regular levels or Paragon levels? Because regular levels, I would probably just follow the seasonal quest or do like Nightmare Dungeons or Helltide. But if you're talking about endgame Paragon stuff, I would probably either be doing the Pit or Infernal Hordes. But ultimately, I always recommend just do the content that's the most fun for you and do it a lot. Where do you find the dungeons? Well, which kind specifically? Because you can find most of them on the map. It just depends if you're looking for nightmare dungeons. You need to use sigils from your inventory to turn regular dungeons into nightmare dungeons. But once you activate the sigil, it'll become a nightmare dungeon, and then you can just click on it from your map, and it'll teleport you right there. With Infernal Hordes, it works similarly. You just click on the compass from your inventory, and it'll take you there. Managed to finish 104 on Eternal with Hydra. 15 seconds left. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've done a 92 so far, but I haven't really been pushing it. Will I be live tomorrow? Most likely. I stream most days. And I usually play Diablo. Although, one day next week, I might be streaming a horror game. Because there's a game that I played years ago that I played the demo of, and they're finally releasing on Monday. So I might play that on Monday. It's been a while since I've streamed a horror game, and that sounds fun. Actually, maybe I'll save that for the weekend so I can do like a late night spoopy stream. What game is it? It's called Ludo. And I played the demo like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the demo.
Moo.
Hoping the new content on the last E-Box good. I hope so too. I haven't looked much into it. Oh man, I've been so autopilot in this place. I'm not doing very well. Yeah, I really liked the demo. Had a couple good jump scares, so I'm excited to play the full thing. I don't know how long the game is though. Did I play Stalker 2? I've never played a Stalker game. I did watch a little bit of Co-Carnage playing it, and it looked like something that I might enjoy, but I'm not sure. Also, I'm definitely planning on doing some horror games in October, or what I like to call Riztober. Very atmospheric. Sounds cool. Have you played the Outlast Trials? I've never played an Outlast game. I think I even own Outlast, or like one of the Outlasts. I don't even know how many there are. But I've never played one. We know that Season 10 of Diablo 4 comes out late September. Well, I guess we don't know late September. I'm assuming late September. No, we do know that. September 22nd, right? 23rd? Something like that. But I do hope that, like, I can still squeeze in some horror games in the latter half of October. I think that'd be fun. Get it? Because his name is Riz? Yeah. New class with a new season? No. So they only add new classes with expansions, or at least that. So far, they've only released new classes with new expansions. And on the roadmap for next year, we did see expansion 2 is going to have a new class. But yeah, I wouldn't expect it with a new season, except for Borderlands 2. So I still need to go back. Like, I played a decent amount of Borderlands 1 and I loved it, and I played a tiny little bit of 2, but I haven't played 3 at all yet. Like, I want to go back and play those before 4 comes out. Is that soon? Think I'd enjoy Crushing Hands if you're playing Pulverize? I would probably enjoy Crushing Hands. I've only done Quill Volley and Spiritborn, but Crushing Hands does look good. Down to September. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play the other ones before that. Maybe. Maybe. September 11th? With Last Epoch and PoE coming out with new stuff at the end of August, that's going to be interesting. I guess we'll see what happens. Only played Borderlands 3 and Tiny Tina's. I mean, I guess I could play them like off stream while I'm during my day before streams when I'm absolutely anyways, recommend playing 2 and skipping Prelude and try to squeeze in 3 if you can. Yeah, I don't think I would do the Prelude, but I'd probably go back and play 1, 2, and 3. Last Epoch is not on console yet, But I really think that they need to figure it out and get it on console, because I think that game would thrive on console.
Fine indeed.
All right, what are we doing? You're gonna go to Borderlands 4 after the season of D4? Nice. Like, the little bit that I've seen of Borderlands 4 looked really cool. Like, it has, like, more of, like, a... Like, it almost looked, like, MMO-y, in a way. And that looked neat. Just got your Crushing Hands build in Torment 2, gave up on your Pen Shot build? Oh. I haven't done much Spearborn since Season 6, but I did really enjoy it when I was playing it. Whoops.
No.
Oh, we got Astaroth time. Borderlands 4, you can combine legendaries, which will add so much to the game. Interesting. When you say combine legendaries, what does that mean exactly? I'm not really sure. I haven't played them in so long that I don't really remember.
What? Take.
Puppy's gonna jump in the hole. We need that pet. We really need that pet. Legendaries have secondary effect depending on the red text on the gun, kind of like passives. Gotcha.
We have only a short time together. Let's see while it lasts. That's the first I remember. Hold nothing back.
Got him.
How sweet the pain of destruction. Until next time.
What's this? Easiest way to get boss parts to summon bosses? It really depends which boss you're trying to get parts for. Like, each one has a certain activity that gives, like, that has the best chance to drop them. Although, if you have some of the keys, like some of the mats for the bosses, if you hover over it, it'll tell you all the places that are most likely to drop them. But, like, if you want to do Beast in the Ice, it's like Nightmare Dungeons. If you want to do Lord Zir, it's going to be like Helltide. Grigwar is, Lord Zir is specifically Blood Maiden. And, I think something else as well. But regular Helltide, like opening the chests, is Grigwar. That said, you can also go to the Mercenaries' Den and use your bartering stuff to try to get summon caches that way. Or just kill any elites in the game, have a chance to drop them. What do you think's best build in the game? So far I've only played this season Druid and Sorc, and the Hydra Sorc is very, very, very strong. I know Hydra Sorc is S tier. There's a bunch of Spiritborn builds that are S tier. So it really just depends what sounds fun for you. But there's a bunch of really good builds this season.
Starting from nothing.
Necromancer for the win. Yeah, I know they have a couple really good or really strong builds also. I guess Shadow Blight and Bloodwave are both really strong this season. And the mages are also supposed to be pretty good. Just started your barbarian? I do really like barbs. I've heard that lunging strike is the best build for barb this season. I don't know exactly how it's set up to be super strong, but because like lunging strike is just a basic skill, so I'm not sure what they're doing to enhance it. I haven't looked too much into it this season. I did barb the last 2 seasons, so I wanted to mix it up this season. But barb is definitely one of my favorites. What difficulty? This is Penitent. So funny to me that Spearborn has a meta class that uses Razor Plate of all things. Yeah, the Thorns builds are popping off for Spiritborn this season because of the new pants. I've actually never done a Thorns build in this game, ever. Never once. You miss old Monk? Yeah, Monk was my favorite in D3, so I'm right there with you. Although I don't think we're gonna get a Monk anytime soon because they're just kind of too similar to both the Rogue and the Spiritborn. But yeah, I love the Monk. Pretty much every time I go back to D3, I play a Monk. Honk! At the urgent care vet's office, oh no. Hope everything goes okay. Obles. You reach the point in the season where you just walk T4, you feel like you've completed it. That's how I was feeling on my Sorc, so that's why I decided to start a Druid. Yep. I feel that. But the fact that I did want to start a new character instead of move to other games tells me it's a pretty good season. I'm digging it. Old man cat wasn't urinating? Uh-oh. Nebby! How you doing? Oh. You were just at the emergency vet on Monday. Freaking cats got in a massive fight. Oh no. You're good? I'm doing good. I had to have blood drawn today. I went to see the vampires. That was fun. You hate? Yeah, it's not so bad. One basically had his belly skinned, had stitches in it. Oh, damn. Hopefully everything's okay now. You're a fainter? Huh. Yeah, so, like, I had my blood drawn, and she's like, all right, you're all set. I walked up and then walked an hour and a half home. Yeah, it didn't faze me too much. No likey the sight of blood? Eh. I don't like it, like, naturally. Like, if somebody, like, hit me and I was bleeding, but, like, in a controlled environment like that, it doesn't bother me. I don't know. Oh god, gonna die! Do I need a carry? Nope. I mean, unless you want to, like, carry me to the fridge to get some snacks. But, I like leveling in this game. I actually enjoy it. But I appreciate it. snacks. You have no observable reaction to getting blood drawn. Doesn't freak me out at all. But for some reason, you pass the fuck out when you get more than a vial drawn. Yeah, I had 2 vials drawn, and I don't know. Fire music as always? Hell yeah. You had 6 on money? That's a lot. I don't think I've ever had that much drawn. The issue is you've hemorrhaged before. You've haven't been the same since. Oh damn. Well, that changes things. That changes things. Donated blood before you started getting scar tissue in your veins. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I'm just hoping they don't find anything weird in it. I don't think they will, but you never know. I'm getting older. They're like, Riz, why do you have octopus blood? I don't know. Isn't that normal? At least you got it checked? Yeah. Yeah, I just started seeing a new primary care doctor, and she just wanted to do the standard workup. Just to see what's going on. Did I like Superman? Oh, yeah, I did. It was definitely the most Marvel of the DC movies, and I appreciate it. But it was just funny, like how many actors from Guardians of the Galaxy were in it. There was like 7. But yeah, it was good. Can't wait to see what they do next. Well, I guess they're probably doing Supergirl next, since they already announced her casting and all that. How about that Lois, though? So, like, I knew I recognized her, but I couldn't place her. And I know I looked it up, but I still don't remember what she was from that I'd seen. But yeah, I do like her. And I didn't dislike Lex as much as I thought I was going to. I was actually totally fine with him. Yeah, so that's what my buddy said, that she was in that. And I've never seen that show, so that wasn't it. But I definitely recognized her from something. Ugh, why is my back bothering me today? Probably because I walked home. Yeah, I've heard that show's really good. We see some things. Hey, wait a second. Your band just learned this? Love it? Nice. You guys any good? Love for the new class to be like a samurai. Probably play a lot more. That would be dope. A samurai class would be sick. I still think it's going to be a paladin or something like a paladin, but something like a samurai would be super cool. You just think if they put Baron Corbin in a DC movie? What? Does he want to be an actor? No? Oh, okay. Well, you know. At least he's honest. Make a good villain. I can see that. Paladin definitely should have been in the game at the start, you feel like? I mean, I don't mind that they wanted to try different classes to start with, but I do think that they need to add them eventually. I also think by leaving him out at the beginning, it's a really good way to sell a future expansion because they know how many people are going to want it. So, like, from a marketing standpoint, I get it. Every musician sucks until they don't. True. I don't know, something tells me that, like, Jimi Hendrix was probably, like, born as a good guitarist. You've been playing Diablo Immortal, and you're playing Tempest class? Yeah, I did like the Tempest. I only played it for, like, a day, but I did enjoy it. Oh. Someone want to come walk on my back? I'll give you $1. Is Pulverize back? Pulverize is back, baby. You're on your way? Hell yeah. Where are your heals, Chris? Where are your heals? Give you about 6 hours? Bet. Kind of hope they come with something completely new for the class, though. I mean, I think that this one's going to be a returning class only because the Spiritborn was brand new. So I think they're probably going to do a returning one this time, and then maybe next time give us another brand new one. Please, monk. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a monk anytime soon, just because it's too similar to the Spiritborn. But it's possible, I guess. But like, we already have 2 dexterity classes, 2 int classes, a willpower class. Wait. Barb is strength. Necro and Sorc are int. Rogue and Spiritborn are dex. Druid is willpower. Yeah, so it's either going to be a willpower class or a strength class, probably. You heard Crusaders coming? I mean, they haven't officially said anything. I still think it's going to be Paladin, but nobody knows for sure. Wouldn't mind an immortal character coming over. I wouldn't mind it. I would prefer the Tempest over the Blood Knight for sure, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that or not. I think though that Paladin is going to make them the most money. So if they're doing it from like a business standpoint, and it also makes sense if we're going west over to West March and Tristram and like those kind of areas. Oh, you meant Paladin? Yeah. I mean, I would be very surprised at this point if it's not, but it doesn't have to be. Spiritborn is Monk and Witch Doctor combined, so I don't think I don't think so either. If we do, it'll be in one of the later expansions. You'd play a Paladin? Oh, I would play Paladin for sure. I think at this point, anytime they add a new class, at least for that first season, I think I'll be playing that new class. Because it was really fun in Season 6, playing Spiritborn along with everybody else, trying to figure out how to make like the absolute strongest. And just like everybody had crazy, broken, powerful builds. That was a lot of fun. An immortal class being ported over should be a standalone DLC instead of a main draw of an expansion. I could see that if they wanted to do a standalone class release. Yeah. I would not hate that at all. Pally from D3. Pally from D2, please. It was the Crusader in D3. Alright, so we're going Ghostwalker. Yep. But yeah, like, all I care about is give me Paladin, give me Blessed Hammer. I'm a happy camper. Neither of those is what we needed. Hold on. Demon Hunter was good. Demon Hunter was good. But Demon Hunter also has a lot of overlap with the Rogue, so I don't know if they would do it or not. But I'd be okay with it. Thank you for the follow. Have I tried Companion build? Not in a long time. We need Witch Doctor. I don't know if we'll get a Witch Doctor or not. Like, I know a lot of people really want it. But it was the least popular class in Diablo 3. By quite a bit, from what I've heard. And, like, it does have a lot of overlap with both Necromancer and Spiritborn. So, I don't know. That said, I'd play the shit out of it if they did it. I love the Witch Doctor.
Fairly well.
Some steel you need.
Alright, so we need to put those in there, those in there. Alright, am I good? Imprinted. Yeah, we're good. Alright. I guess we can put in some skill points. I only have 7 of them chilling. Where are we going? We need 3 in Venom. I think we have that already. Yep. 1 into Neurotoxin. We have that. We need 3 in Crushing Earth. We have that. I think we need Safeguard. We need all of... No, only 1 in Safeguard. Do I have first in Strength already? I do. Yeah, I do need the Mace. I haven't gotten any uniques yet for this build. Okay, so we need 1 in mending. We have that. 3 in provocation. We have that. 1 in safeguard. 3 in the other. Okay, so we have all those. What am I missing? Feral aptitude. We have that. 3 in vigilance. 3 in ancestral fortitude. We have those. What am I missing? 3 into iron fur. Okay. Doing Puddle Druid on your Spiritborn. Already doing... Wait. Doing Puddle Druid was on my Spiritborn. Already doing double damage when I got the mace. It's crazy. Nice. Nice. Love Paladins, but I'll be honest. D2 Pally would vastly different in D4 playstyle. I agree. They would definitely have to change it up quite a bit. But as long as they have auras and they have Blessed Hammer, I'm happy. The rest, they can figure it out. If they want to bring over a bunch of Crusader stuff, cool. If they want to bring over Paladin stuff that was like in World of Warcraft, cool. I don't care. But like... Just that we need that holy sword and board archetype. But yeah, it would definitely have to play a little differently. What am I missing? Using Screamheart's Puddle Druid. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna be. I'm definitely gonna be doing one of the Puddle Druid builds. I haven't looked around to see the different versions that are out there, so I don't know which one I'll end up following, but I'm definitely excited to try out the endgame version. We need defensive posture, and we need quick shift and heightened senses. So we're gonna do this. Quick shift, heightened senses, good. Now we need to fill out this guy. Okay, give us auras like Sorc enchant slot, or maybe a light dark balance, Fallen Paladin. That would be cool too. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying that they want either a holy or a dark version of the Paladin. I'm like, that'd be a neat twist. What would you say is an early farm for Ancestrals? I mean, honestly, I don't think there's a really great place to target farm Ancestrals. I would just be spamming like Nightmare Dungeons, probably, because they drop the most loot. But I mean... I would say whatever else you need to do that. Like, if you need to level your glyphs, do the pit. If you need to level, like, if you need Obdicite, do Nightmare Dungeons or Infernal Hordes. Thank you for the YouTube sub. I appreciate it, Michael. Paladins having an oath, like in D&D, would be cool. Certain tenets that you have to live by to maintain your power. That could be neat. Demonic class would be interesting. I don't know if we would get a demonic class because we're fighting the demons, but maybe. It's hard to say. Any recommendations on where to get runes? So I would say the Cross Undercity is a really good way to do it, and it does seem like they buffed runes, but if you're looking for legendary runes specifically, the layer bosses are probably still your best bet. But yeah, if you run the tributes, I don't have any on me because I'm on a leveling character, but the tributes that give you rune drops, like every time you're doing it, if you're doing like Torment 4 and like getting all your, whatever the word is, filling up your bar, you'll get like 5 or 6 runes every time, and it only takes a couple minutes. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, so back into a dungeon. Sure, that one looks great. Undercity tributes also give layer boss keys, so it's a great little cycle. Yeah, you can do Undercity tributes to get layer boss keys, and then do layer bosses to get more Undercity tributes and more runes from both of them. But like, honestly, in my opinion, the best way to play this game is by doing a little bit of all the content. Just be like, okay, what do I need now? Okay, I'm gonna go do this activity because it gives the most of that. Also, I love that they buffed Forgotten Souls in the Legion events, because I know a lot of people were complaining about not having enough Forgotten Souls this season, and now you get like 200 a pop, which is kind of huge. Druid been broken since day one. Now I see everyone riding it. I mean, I've always loved Druid. I think season 1 I was a Druid. But I bounce back and forth between Sorc, Druid, and Barb. Those are my top 3. Did you have to do the seasonal quest over again? You don't have to. I usually do just because I enjoy it. And you do get rewards when you turn in the different phases of it. Keep it fresh, just go run around and crush an event or a dungeon. Yeah. like keep an eye on your map and see what activities are coming up. If there's like a world boss or a legion event, you can go do that. If you got some whispers for some dungeons, go do those. If you got some nightmare dungeons you need to run, do those. It's like just do a little bit of everything. They can make a PvP if I really wanted to with Alliance Good and Evil. I don't really expect them to do a whole lot with PvP just because they have had it in the game since day one and nobody really does it. But if they did do it, I would be pleasantly surprised. I'm not much of a PvPer, but I would dabble a little bit if they added a PvP mode. Do you keep the spellcrafts unlocked on new character? Yes. Yep. Yeah, I started at level 1 with max spellcrafts. It was pretty overpowered. What's my thoughts on Shred Druid? I heard it's really good this season. I haven't done it myself, but I've heard it's popping off. Druid was solid preseason in season 1, season 2. Alt nerf was tragic. Was that the Earthen Bulwark nerf, or was that something else? So remember that one. You hit hard and don't even have Paragon board? Yeah. Yeah. So like very low level. I had all of my spell stuff. I had pretty much all the legendaries I needed for like the Torment 1 starter version of the build. So I pretty much had my entire build online, like level 15 or so. I have all my jewels that I needed, all that stuff. That's the benefit of making alts in this game, is you get like a major head start. Unlimited Unstoppable was removed? Gotcha. PvP would be fun if they added more cosmetics to it. Do you think that would be enough to get a lot of people to come back? I'm not sure. I feel like generally speaking, the majority of people who play this game play solo and they play PvE. Sure, there would be like a niche audience for PvP if they focus on it, but I don't know if that's worth the development time. Because like they put a lot of effort into the original PvP and like nobody did it outside like the first couple months. PvPers don't give a shit about cosmetics. That's probably true also. At least like relatively. Like, yeah, it's generally PvEers that care about that kind of stuff. I'm sure there's exceptions to that, but PvPers just want to ruin someone's day. True. You're one of them, but you care about cosmetics. Don't tell me you don't. Don't tell me you don't. You do in D4? Gotcha. But in other games you don't? The balancing for PvP would be a problem. You feel like it would be get a bigger player base? Yeah, like they might have to do like what they did in WoW, which I don't think they have anymore, but they had like the resilience stat for a while that was like PvP exclusive. And like so like PvP and PvE gear could be balanced separately. But I don't think people really like that. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate it. Bring back a prime for evil side for boss fights and one of the angels for the light side. They could. I think that would make sense if we ever get an expansion that like takes us to the high heavens or to the burning hells or whatever. Like if we get both of those factions, maybe you can side with one of them. That would be really neat. Like I could see them doing that for like expansion 3 or 4. I have an expansion would go hard. Yeah. Yep. It would be very nostalgic for D3 players. You played this for the first time this week. You felt it quite spammy and repetitive. Any advice to play? I mean, at the end of the day, Diablo and like ARPGs in general are very spammy and repetitive. It's not going to be for everybody, but I mean, there is a lot of variety, like in like different activities to do. Like once you finish the campaign, you can do Nightmare Dungeons, you can do Whispers, you can do Hell Tides, you can do Cross Undercity, you can do Dark Citadel, you can PvP, although there's not usually very many people there. So it's just a matter of finding the activities that you do like to do and do those a lot. But if you want to be well-rounded, you're going to have to do a little bit of everything. Look at all the demon armor they give us. Fully work out with that. Yeah, yeah. Aren't Whispers double drops right now? They are. Yep. Yeah, every time you turn in Whispers, you get like a Chaos Cache also. Back in the day, Sacred 2 had Light and Dark campaign. I need to play Sacred. I've always heard about it, but I've never tried it. I've heard good things. Could give Lost Ark a try if you're not a big fan of the spammy style. That's true. Sometimes I think about going back to Lost Ark. I did like it when it first came out. I played it for probably about a month, but I eventually got burnt out on it. But I'm sure there's a ton of new content now. I just know that game was very pay to win, and I didn't love that about it. This is Diablo 4, yep. You did PvP for cosmetics, but I got all of them. They need dead more. Yeah, that would be cool. All right, where do we need to... Oh, we need to go here. Okay. Pay to win and grind for free to play killed it for me. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Like with like the honing system, if I remember right, was kind of brutal. The brain power in Diablo is in building the character, not in the actual execution of combat. Yeah. Yep, 100%. Come for Diablo, stay for the playlist. Hell yeah. You've always played Diablo for all the cosmetics? And they got a lot of them in this game. On one piece of gear could take a whole week reset or longer depending on your luck. Yeah, that's brutal. But yeah, I did enjoy that game. And every now and then when I do get that like MMO itch, I'm like, do I want to try it? Do I want to give it another shot? Maybe. Maybe next time that I have like a lull in between games, maybe I'll pick that one back up. Because it's like, it's probably the best mix of ARPG and MMO. Okay, still can't make any better. Yeah, the boss fights I do remember being pretty good. Alright, so we need to do... Let's go check out my rewards over here. Probably got a bunch of them. Also, I do want to go back and revisit Diablo 1 at some point. Only one? Thought for sure I'd have a couple. Because I would like to finish Diablo 1 at least once. Let's gamble. Totems.
Too bad, friend.
Beautiful. Boom.
Keep my forge hot.
All right.
Return soon.
Let's go. Not going to waste an Obdicite one. Pre-Torment. That sounds like a mistake. D3's what got you really hooked on the love of the story. See, I've never really been able to get into the story. I wish I could. My brain is just not wired that way. I have a hard time. Thank you for the follow. I have a really hard time absorbing story from video games. I'm really hoping, because I just recently got an actual diagnosis for ADHD. So hopefully once I get my meds for that, like maybe it'll like unlock a superpower in my brain that lets me actually like focus on the story. I'm hoping. What's up, Eduardo? How you doing? Do you get the Lilith Spark with new character, or is it it's once per account per season? Or once per realm. I think you can do it separately on softcore and hardcore, but it's once per season. Not per character. If ADHD is not a bad thing, use it to my advantage. I mean, I want to try it just to see, but if I don't like it, I won't stick with it for sure. There are aspects of it that I'm fine with, but... You've been stuck on Warframe while you wait for all the new seasons and content? Gotcha. Spark is just once? Yes. Yep. The one from Lilith, anyways. Once per season. Take me a while to get to 60? I mean... I only have 6 hours on this character. I don't feel like that's too bad. Plus, I'm talking to chat a lot. How do you get sparks? So there's several ways to get them. You get one from killing Lilith in Torment every season. You get one from the seasonal, like the bounty board thing. You get one from finishing the season journey. And then you can get additional ones for salvaging any mythic uniques. But at the end of the day, I don't think any meds are going to help me with my brain, because I don't think it's going to help with my encoding issues, as the neuropsychologist put it. I think that's just going to be I have to train my brain over time, and I don't know how to do that. Might have to give Druid a try at this point. You've been stuck on your rogue since season start. Druid's fun. It's definitely slower early on. But it gets really strong later on. Journaling? I mean, she did recommend like taking notes and stuff, but it's like the only time that I really have issues with it is like when I'm gaming or watching like movies and stuff. And it's like I don't want to be watching a movie sitting there taking notes. That just doesn't sound fun to me. So I don't know that I care. How does what work? The light change? Oh, you mean that? Oh, these lights. Gotcha. Yeah. So there's a redeem on Twitch that you can change the background light color. I think there's a slight cooldown on it. Also, anytime that somebody on TikTok does a like, it turns them white for a second. And then you can also modify these lights by giving Twitch bits or a money gun over on TikTok. But yeah. Oh, do you mean like how do I have it set up? How does that work? Because that's just through software that I have that, because those lights connect over Bluetooth. And then I have software called Atom that can control them, and it links to my channel points. But yeah, like I also have it to where I can do this. Yeah! I can't. Okay, you can turn off now, lights. Thank you. I'd like to see a good boss with mechanics that we need to figure out in the future. So I really liked the Dark Citadel for that. I thought the bosses in that were really interesting. I did. I literally call it the sun too. I say it's called Turn on the Sun. For the glory of Satan, true. But yeah, the Dark Citadel had good bosses, I thought. And honestly, figuring out those fights for the first time without any guides, because when I played it, it was before the expansion came out. So me and my friend Misha had to figure them out for ourselves. And that was some of the most fun I ever had in this game. Like, not using a guide to learn the fights. And then, like, similarly with Harbinger of Hatred, I loved that fight. Learning that fight for the first time. You're out of here? All right, Chris, take it easy. See you later, dude. Wait, are you coming here? You're gonna come walk on my back? You're new to RPGs. Just started endgame for D4. Should you try PoE 2? So PoE 2 is great. What I will say though is they are very different games. PoE 2, it's a lot more elaborate. There's a lot more to building your character. It's a lot more complicated. Some people like that. Some people don't. It's much more difficult. It's a little slower pace. The combat isn't quite as smooth, but it is a really good game. What does buy the stream do? It means that I will give you my account, and then you can stream on my stream. But nobody will ever get there. What up, Jules? How you doing? Is the move done? Need to watch a build guide for any PoE game, otherwise you'll not reach true endgame. Unless you're just really smart at it. Yeah, build guides are definitely recommended, especially if you're new to the game. Chillin'? Nice. Yeah, PoE is a good game, but it's very complicated. I will be back to playing PoE 2 at the end of next month because they are dropping a new league. I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to the reveal. Painting done, room fully set up, back in action. Hell yeah. But yeah, next month we're getting both a Last Epoch and a PoE 2 season. So it's going to be a busy month. Although I really hope that those games start releasing a little further apart. Because right now, Last Epoch's only going to get like a week to shine before the new PoE League comes out. 2 weeks behind in Season 9, but slowly getting there. Nice. You enjoying it so far? Doing Shockwave Pulverize? Yeah, I'm eventually going to go Poison Puddles. But yeah, we're just doing the leveling build right now. Started Poison Thorn Spiritborn. Nice. Yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going to play a Spiritborn yet or not this season. I might. Yeah, it feels like pretty much every class has a pretty good build this season, and that makes me happy. Good to have Spiritborn to have a good build since Season 5. Well, Spiritborn didn't exist in Season 5, but I hear you. I think you meant Season 6. Should buy you the DLC. It's $15 right now. It was on sale. I don't think it is anymore. I don't think I'm going to buy it for you, but if it did go back on sale, that's interesting to know. Leave you alone? Nah. On Xbox it is? Oh, okay. Did it go back on sale? No, not on... Okay. Yeah, on Steam, or on Battle.net, it was on sale for $19.99 for a while. But it looks like it's not anymore. That said, when the next expansion comes out, there's a good chance that I will be giving some copies away. As much hate as I've seen on this season, I will say it's probably the most balanced season you've seen. Have you seen a lot of hate for it? I feel like this season's been great. I would put this in my top 4 seasons, I think. I would either rank it 3rd or 4th for me. I know number 2 is number 1, and number 7 is number 2. But this one's got to be either 3 or 4. Picked up the DLC on discount while the base game was free with PS Plus. Nice. Seen a decent amount of hate so far? Man, I swear, people on the internet just want to hate just to be mad. Like, the game continues getting... But, like, the only hate I understand is the season feels a little samey. They all do. But Diablo's always been pretty samey. Like, it always has been. And they keep teasing bigger changes with the next expansion. Like, moving into next year, they're teasing bigger stuff coming in 2026. And I've gotten a sneak peek of some of it. And I'm very optimistic. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm optimistic. 2's your favorite for sure. Yeah, 2 was great. Even D4 Reddit isn't completely trashing on it, so the season has to be okay. Yeah. People always have to be mad. The internet is always mad about everything, and it is so dumb, and it is so exhausting. Like, I'm just trying to imagine, like, D2 is, like, it's a pretty beloved game, right? If it came out today, people would be shitting on that game so hard. It is unreal. At least it's not how it was at launch. True. Yeah. You've been here since the first beta of D4. You know every season feels the same. It does, but it doesn't, right? Like, yeah, they're all samey, but they do enough different to where it's fun for a little while. Do I wish that there was more different so a season was more interesting for the full 3 months? Sure. Absolutely. Hopefully we get there. It took Diablo 3 like 17 seasons to get good. And they didn't even start the game with seasons. So it's like, you know, they'll get there eventually. Just gotta stick with it. Give it a chance. But the game's still fun. It's a nostalgia. I feel like that's what why it gets the love it does. But you're a sucker for D2, so you're biased. I love D2. Like, I think that the thing that was so great about D2, like the itemization and the crafting, like pretty much every item that drops has some purpose. Even if it's just for gold, like gold felt more meaningful in that game. And like so many items were useful for crafting. And it was just like, I feel like this game needs more crafting systems. Like almost as bad, or if not more so, than it needs more endgame. I've had like 5 seasons with different powers. Yeah, the powers, like while they are pretty different, the fact that they all reused a very similar UI like this makes them feel more samey. Like I feel like if they just gave us like some kind of device to like change our powers at in town or something, rather than having it in the same panel, it would feel better. Like it's just like the implementation is very samey. Like maybe instead of having it here, make it to where we have a weapon that we can right click on and it opens a panel over here. That would feel enough different to where I think people would complain less. It's just that the presentation is so samey that it feels very similar. We need mid-season events more than a bad crossover. So they were doing mid-season events early on, but they've decided that they don't want to do it anymore because they want to put more focus into the next season. And I think that's probably the better way to go. If they want to maintain the 3-month seasonal cycle and have seasons be better. I'm just hoping that their plans for the future, because they keep teasing they have bigger plans for the future. They just want to hammer out the core aspects of the game right now. Hopefully, they're not just blowing smoke up our asses. It was rewarding to actually craft your gear. Yeah. Fingers crossed something like that's coming. All right. Let's do a dungeon. Yeah, this game needs deeper crafting so bad. Mike, my name is Riz. I don't go by Jay, but you did the thing. You bought a gaming PC. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm Riz or Ryan. I'm not Jay. Where am I from? I originally am from Michigan, but I live in California. Just don't take notes from PoE crafting. I think certain parts of PoE crafting would be a great place to take notes from. But I think the better place to take notes from would be Last Epoch, if they were going to borrow inspiration from another game. Or borrow inspiration from Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 with the Roderick and Kanai's Cube. Because those were both great crafting tools. And we don't have anything like that yet. I mean, I guess the Occultist is similar, but we need the cube back. Yeah, exactly. Like the cube was our crafting device in Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. PoE crafting is just too much, you feel like, for the more casual Diablo player. I feel like Diablo could do it in a more simplified way that would make sense. But like, they could borrow little bits of ideas. I play like a pro like players. I don't know about all that. I enjoy the game. Harvest craft would be interesting. What do you mean by harvest craft? I'm intrigued. Crafting inspiration from Skyrim. Make 1,000,000 iron daggers to level to max. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know if I want that. The other crafting bench. Oh yeah, I don't think I ever did that one. You need life for. Yeah, I never did that. So I've played a decent amount of PoE 2, but I haven't played very much PoE 1. Why don't you use a pet to collect all the gold and stuff? I have a pet. He's right here. I use a goat. You see? Okay, yeah. I use a baby goat. You're probably alone here, but you want more from elixirs? Honestly, having like a more robust elixir crafting system could be really cool. I wouldn't mind that. Or hell, actually add professions into the game and give us herbalism and alchemy. Actually, trade skills would be really cool in this game. Like, if they gave us trade skills that like we were like locked into and like had to level up similar to WoW, and gave people a reason to do different content, and then made that stuff tradable to actually have some kind of like economy for that stuff, could be really cool. I might have to pitch that to them. Way to get more movement speed to really zoom through dungeons would be nice. I mean, you can definitely forgo power to get more movement speed if you want to. Did they nerf Belial? In terms of difficulty or in terms of loot? Either way, I think the answer is no. I think he's the same as he was last season. Unless it was a stealth nerf, but I'm not aware of any. You got a banging Hydra Sorc build now? Slam in Torment 4? Hell yeah. Yeah, my Hydra Sorc's pretty much done, so I decided to move over to the Druid for now, but I was loving the Hydra Sorc. 18-second pits, we can move fast enough. Is somebody doing it in 18 seconds? That is wild. Alright. Wait, where's this Animus urn? Teams of 3 can? Gotcha. What pit tier do you aim for to go to next character? I don't really have a pit goal. Honestly, I don't care about the pit. Like, that is probably my least favorite activity in the game. I did a 92 on my Sorc, and I was happy with that. But, yeah, the pit is kind of boring to me. I basically use it to level my glyphs. Sometimes I'll do it for the whispers, but that's about it. Is it just me, or is the GA basic skill gloves the hardest item to find in the game? The basics, is that Pain Gorgers? I don't remember. I think it's just RNG, honestly. They nerfed Pain Gorge, did they? I know they buffed all the basic skills, so a slight nerf to Pain Gorgers would probably make sense. Oh, Legendary Gloves, gotcha. Most builds call for it. I guess I haven't done a basic skill build yet, so I don't know. Probably gonna do a Void Knight start for last epoch for new release. That's what I did last season. The thing about the Void Knight is because that was like the Sentinel got the big rework to where like it felt so strong that like my leveling up was so easy that like I never felt like I was at risk of dying at all, and I went hardcore, so I was like, this it felt too easy and almost took the fun away from me. I think the game is great, but I think that like I didn't want to. I wanted to get to the corrupted monolith stuff, but I was just so bored because it was so easy that I never ended up getting there before I got burnt out on it. Even Hydra Sorc Maxwell uses it? Didn't when I was looking at it, but I also switched off. I used their leveling build, but for endgame I switched to the Mobalytics version. It felt much stronger. Why would Hydra use it, though? It doesn't really use any basic skills. Oh, core. Oh, okay. That changes everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tested.
Yeah, I got really lucky, and I got a pretty decent roll on core skills pretty early. But yeah, I did try to re-roll it to get another one, and I think it took me like 50 rolls to even see another roll for core skills, and it ended up being the exact same roll, so that didn't help. Spent 10 bill on GA core gloves, decided to use it on Death Trap Rogue. Man, the trading game is a completely different game than the one that I play. 10 billion gold is wild to me. You hit 500 million damage today, partly because of the stream. Really? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How do you activate the damage pop-ups again? Oh, so you're talking about like the damage numbers? It's probably in gameplay. Yeah, show combat text under gameplay in the options. Hydra Sorc, can you ask me questions? Nice. Glad I could help. But yeah, so combat text. You want to turn this on here. Trading in D4 is a second job. Yeah, I've never really cared about trading in Diablo games. I've always liked just finding my own shit. It makes the season last so much longer if you're just playing like finding your own gear. Like I understand why people get burnt out so fast. Is because like they're capping out their characters after no time at all.
What's still got some good in it?
What is PoE tweeting about? Oh. They just did another one of their things where they put two of their bosses against each other. 99 red balloons, really? Is this your playlist? Too crazy? Maybe. I came into your place and I stole it while you weren't looking. My bad. I hope you don't mind. Shirako Caverns. You know what I really want? I need to figure out some way to make it to where when I pop my Cataclysm and like the lighting changes with all the lightning and stuff, I want my actual lights to reflect it. Like make it look like it's like also thunder and lightning in my apartment. That would be sick! I don't know how I would rig that up, but... Hug lug labug. You don't say. You failed. Your makeup area is no more decluttered than it was. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You can find things more easily. Well, that's a plus. Yeah, my makeup area is a mess as well. I get it. Uh-oh. Trouble's here. Thank you for the raid, Exile. How you doing? When do you think expansion will come, or did they announce a date? So all they have announced so far is 2026. Beyond that, we have no idea. PoE2 kind of similar boat as D4 right now, content-wise. Really hoping new season brings more to the game. Yeah. Like, they're making lofty teases for future seasons. So hopefully we get some exciting stuff. And hopefully we don't have to wait for the expansion to see some of it. Oh, I'm in hell now. Just chatting stream. Where are you up to, Exile? I think D4 is going to be in a good spot with the new expansion. I think so too. Yeah, I was privy to a call with the developers like a week ago. Can't talk about it, but there's definitely some exciting things coming. I think season 9's good, but they're at least adding permanent content on. Yeah, I think like in an interview that they did with Riker a couple months ago, they basically said that the remainder of this year's seasons are mostly focused on making the existing systems feel better, so that in 2026 they can make some bigger swings. And so, like, I like that they're upgrading Nightmare Dungeons this season and Infernal Hordes next season, but I really want to see those bigger swings. What game? Diablo 4. Can't talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. I'm allowed to say that I was on the call and then it looked promising or whatever, but I'm not allowed to, like, talk about specific things. Like, I can't talk about that they're making Kermit the Frog a boss. Just not allowed to talk about that. And then it's actually going like family friendly. They're getting rid of all the demons and all the blood and guts, replacing everything with ponies. Agree regarding uplifts. I felt like the loot redesign, masterwork was basically finished the game. Yeah, like a lot of people joke about how like the game is still basically in beta, and like I understand that feedback, but I mean we've known since the beginning that it was going to be a live service game, and that's generally how live service games are. They're going to roll it out and then continually improve it over time. Are the ponies pink? Some of them are, but you can't join their club. Is this the new Roblox game? Yep. What's my 3 ability? You run trample but may change it? Yeah, trample. Once you hit 60 on alt account, you get all Paragon. Yep. You can level me up to 60. I appreciate the offer, but I actually enjoy leveling in this game, so I am good. Couldn't recognize the logo. You're stuck trying to get to Torment 2 comfortably. Gotcha. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What's the best gold making mechanic? You see streamers with billions, you want to be able to buy husks. So the people who have billions, generally speaking, they are trading runes for money. Or like really good, just like GA gear or whatever. I don't trade, so I don't really know. But yeah, they sell a couple items, and then they are able to buy a bunch of husks, and then they it's basically the infinite money glitch, because then they use the husks to get good stuff, and they continue selling that for more money. The trade game is very different than the solo self-found game, for sure. How many characters have I made? This is my second one this season. So I started with a Hydra Sorc, and now I'm working on a Pulverize Druid. Is the Druid out for PoE? Not yet. Druid's coming soon. I was thinking that the Druid was probably going to be the next class, but from their latest blog post, it kind of looks like it's going to be the Duelist or the Assassin. Like, I guess, like, in PoE 1, it was the Duelist. In PoE 2 on their website, in their code, it listed as the Assassin, but people think that they might just use the two words interchangeably internally. So we're not exactly sure. They want to add the shadow. Right. Was it the shadow? That might be what I meant. Yeah, I think it was the shadow. Yeah. Not the Duelist. My mistake. Back home? Everything good? What's my Season 9 main character? Hydra Sorc. If we get the Shadow first, the next will be Druid. I think so. Yeah, I'm very excited for the Druid. Everybody playing Sorc or Spiritborn? Yeah, that's why I decided I wanted to switch over to the Druid, because the Druid, I've been wanting to play another Druid for several seasons, and the new Pulverize thing sounded fun. I do want to do Spiritborn eventually though, because I haven't played one since Season 6, and it sounds fun. They had to do an ultrasound on his bladder. He has a UTI. Well, at least it's nothing more serious than that, I guess. Tried playing Sorc, couldn't get Ring of Starless Skies. Yep, the Mythics are pretty rare. Luckily, that build is still good without him.
An equitable transaction.
400 Infernal Horde runs? Why are you doing so many Infernal Horde runs?
Use it well.
You like helping people on this game? Nice. Hell yeah. Oh, my back is dying. Why am I so old, chat? Oh. So old. I prefer to sell gear instead of scrap for mats. I do a little bit of both. So since this is my second character, I already have a ton of scrap mats. So like usually early in a season, I scrap everything. But then once I have enough mats, then I'll start selling for the gold instead. I'm not old, I'm just getting younger? Wait, I'm getting younger. I am? I'm not that old? Your dinosaur bones still have skin on them? That's true. That's true. Hey, look, it's Dwayne. I don't know what to spend obols on at this point. Generally, I just spend them on whatever my weakest piece of gear is and hope for the best, but More often than not, I'm just selling them. Meow. Druid feel good? I'm enjoying it so far, yeah. I've always liked Druid though. Freaking Wallers, though. I do wonder if it would have been a little faster to level if I would have stuck to like expert instead of trying to do penitent. Kimmy! Got ovals on gloves, got 3 GA gloves, max life, armor, and crit strike chance. Nice. Getting 3 or 4 GAs always feels nice. Until you look at them and it's like the 3 worst stats, then it's not fun, but... Max poison resist, damage, and lucky chance to heal. Be pretty brutal. Leave me alone, Dwayne. Down to chain lightning Sorc, penetrating shot rogue. Well, we both know which way you're going, because your name is Timmy. Timmy doesn't play anything other than Necro or Rogue. It just doesn't happen. Minion Necro it is. Nice. When's the cow level releasing? Yeah, I don't know. So far, they've been putting little hints in the game with each, like the base game had like a little quest line to do, and the expansion had a little quest line to do, like hidden quests. And I did all that stuff, but nothing announced yet. Although I hope that they don't announce it. I hope that they just let people find it, but I do hope that they put it in there eventually. I still think, though, that if they did a cow expansion, that would be super fun. Like, give us a cow class we can actually play as instead of killing the cows. We get to be the cows this time. I think that'd be super fun. She's everywhere again! Heck yeah.
Much thanks, friend.
Moo.
Just
Oh. Oh. We got the poison puddles weapon. Oh. Don't mind if I do. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Well done.
Am I going Pulverize endgame? That is the plan, yep. What am I doing here? Forge Eliver Glass, perfect helmet, account locked. Oh. You mean account bound? Gotcha. Yeah. I do hope that eventually they can figure out a way to make it to where the stuff from the caches isn't automatically account bound, because that sucks.
See some steel you need. Use it well.
Where are we going now? Defiance. Any tips on doing more damage? I mean, it's gonna depend on where you are in the game, what class you're playing and stuff, but generally speaking, assuming you're in endgame, the biggest form of adding to your power is gonna be from your tempering, or sorry, your masterworking, and you're leveling your glyphs, assuming that you have your full build online already. And just making sure that your build is like synergizing well and that you have a good build to begin with. Game name is Diablo 4. I always do the thing where I read chat from the bottom up instead of from the middle down. I need to stop that, but I probably never will, because I've been trying to stop myself from doing that for like years now. We got poison puddles! I wonder, should I put Shockwave on something else? Maybe. Just tune in and immediately recognize it? Hell yeah. Yeah, my playlist is a little all over the place, but people seem to like it. Quick question, you need to find the Echo of Hatred, but have no idea where to go, nothing on the map. So, Echo of Hatred. Is that Lilith? Or is that Harbinger of Hatred? Think you're going Sorc? Really? Echo of Hatred. Is that for a quest? Uber Lilith? Okay. So she is gonna be... Actually, let me finish this real quick and I'll show you on the map. But if there's nothing on the map, she should be like a little gold dungeon gate looking thing. What is that city called? So she's over here. No, not there. Right there, I think. No, right here. So you want to go to this place right here. Back to the very beginning of the game. Nevesk, that's the one, yep. I don't have it unlocked, so I don't have it labeled. But yeah, right at the very beginning of the game. But that will only show up if you're in Torment difficulty. And that's a tough fight, so good luck. Good afternoon, Dragonstar. How you doing? $100K level 50 is diabolical. Did I do 100K? I didn't even notice. I just got back from taking your kid to Jurassic Park. How was it?
Move.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Have you played Necro this season? I played it to like level 20, but that's about it. It was okay, like the other ones more. So I've only seen the first 2 Jurassic Parks and the first Jurassic World. I haven't seen anything else. Those are better. Do you think it's worth watching, though? You're trying to just get it to 60. I think should have went Druid. I mean, I think all the classes are pretty good this season. I know a lot of people are liking Necro. I've heard that Shadow Blight is really good. I've heard the Blood Wave is really good. Beyond that, I'm not really sure, though. What's the best game run for legendary runes? You're mostly going to want to be doing layer bosses, although you can also do the Cross Undercity with the tributes for the runes. Maybe as a matinee. That's fair. What level Druid? I am 50.
An equitable transaction.
What's my Druid build? I'm playing Pulverize.
What's still got some good in it?
Fine indeed.
Alright, so we need to put points into... Need 3 in Defiance? Alright. Let's level up my elixirs. Boom. Sorry, my potions. It's not elixir is. Alright, so we're gonna go... I don't know. We'll do this one. Sarats! You remember when min-maxing had us running Sarats on repeat? Yep. And then Dopamine Tunnels or whatever? Wait, what was the one that was really popular in Season 0? I can picture it. It was like over here, this one? Ruins of Eridu. Yeah. Good grind, you all? Hell yeah. What's up, Paul? How you doing? Good, started your druid? Nice. Yeah, I started with a Sorc, but I'm like, I haven't played druid in a couple seasons. That sounds fun. So we're druiding it up. And we just got the new Poison Puddles mace thing. So that's fun. Yeep. Still searching for a helm, chest, and weapon to get it to work. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't really have anything special. But we got the weapon, so I figured I'd slap it on. Meow. If I have anything spare, let you know. I mean, I'm still only level 50, so I doubt I have much. But if you need Sorc gear, I could probably help. Although I got rid of a lot of stuff because I was cleaning out my stash. SSF? Yeah, I'm playing SSF mostly. Like, I will give stuff away, but I'm not taking anything. Because people keep saying, like, hey, do you need a power level? Do you need any loot? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm chilling. But if I have extra stuff that other people need, people will be like, what do you want for that? I'll be like, nothing. Take it. Take it out of my pocket. You don't trade either? Yeah. I just find the game is funner. Like seasons last longer if you go SSF and you're not, like... I talk about it a lot. People will, like, get power leveled and then buy, like, Belial mats and then just have, like, a fully decked out character in 2 days. And then they'll complain that they're out of things to do in the season. And it's just like... You did that to yourself. Huh? Even the 1 to 60 boost? Yeah, I've never used it. You don't know how that's fun? Yeah, I don't know. Feel the same way passing mythics to yourself? Yeah, like I have done that just to try it out, just to see what it felt like, but like I could have done it on this character, didn't. How's the druid? I'm loving it. I've always liked druid though. I've done Pulverize Druid several seasons now, and it's always fun for me. Also, my poison puddles kind of match my microphone. Gave you your first ever unique. You spent 3 seasons struggling because I didn't know how the game worked. And the Spiritborn season was my first time discovering a guide you gave me. A rod, which is my first ever unique you've seen, and you'll never forget it. That's awesome. The shirt, it's MV7. MV7. The very first season when Pulverize was insane. Yeah, I did Pulverize in season 1. I think I let my chat vote on which class to play for season 1, and they picked Druid. So I'm like, all right, cool. Can't beat 110 pit boss. You don't have much you can make better. Glyphs maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I got to 92, and I didn't really care beyond that. I'm like, all right, cool. Boop, boop. Oh, they're 100? Damn. Yeah, I don't know. Got to 90 before you failed it because of time and called it there. Yeah, I did fail a 90 with like... I needed like 30 more seconds. But then I got a little more powerful. And I got through it. And I got a little further, but I was just like, I really don't care. You just have like 30 levels you can get, but you didn't think that's going to do it? Yeah, I don't know. But like, I've never cared about pushing the pit. Like, very similar to like Greater Rifts. Like, you know, I'll push like to level my stuff up, but like, I don't care about like topping out. I think I did it once ever in D3 and once ever in D4. Love the new nightmares. Yeah, the improvement to Nightmare Dungeons feels really good, and I do hope that they continue adding new affixes. Like I told them, because like they were asking in the Discord, the Diablo partner Discord, like what kind of changes we'd like to see in like moving forward. This was before they even did this season, and I said the one thing I've always wanted to see is every season add new seasonal affixes to the Nightmare Dungeons, and if people like them, keep them. What build is this? This is Pulverize Druid. You just want which pit I can do fastest while having a 100% chance on your glyph? Yeah. Mythic drop rate's terrible this season. I don't think they changed it, but it does seem like a lot of people are struggling more than they have in the past. So I think that the actual mythic drop rate chance is lower, but the accessibility to boss mats is a little lower this season. I'm not sure. I also feel like people are expecting Belial to have the best chance, but I kind of wonder if maybe he doesn't. Because, like, I've gotten most of mine from Andy and Duriel. Hydra Sorc doesn't seem to get a lot of crit strike chance. I think most of the crit is in the Paragon board and in the gems on your weapons, but I think that's about it. You got 0 from Duriel? I think I got 1 from Duriel and 1 from Andariel this season. Not a ton, but I also haven't been doing very many bosses. Alright. Two from Andy, 1 from Duriel, 1 from Varshan, 1 from the dog thingy, the Harbinger of Hatred. Maybe you should try other bosses. Do it. Yeah, I wonder if they secretly... I wonder if because of all the duped Belial mats, they, like, stealth nerfed Belial's drop rates. You butthole. Getting sleepy.
Much thanks, friend.
Day 1, people were selling stacks of mats. Yeah, there was crazy dupes. How does Druid feel this season? You played Druid last season. So they did. They gave Pulverize a new unique and buffed Pulverize quite a bit. So it's feeling pretty strong this season. I haven't played anything else, but I hear that Shred's doing pretty well also. Wait, is that right? Is that Shred? Let me double check. I think it's Shred. Yeah. The new unique looks saucy. It sure is. Running Hydra Sorc? Yeah, that's what I started. I started Hydra Sorc this season, and I pretty much topped it out. Like, I could have gotten a little more out of it, but I did everything I wanted to do on it. Rogue's pretty nasty. Yeah, Rogue, I think Rogue has been probably the most consistently, like, they haven't really had a bad season. They've always been good to great. Played Cataclysm last season. So we're 51. Pretty fun, but got a little boring after a while. I feel like that's kind of how this game is. Like, it's really fun, and then after a little while, it's like, all right, I'm ready to move on to something else until next season. I think that's fine. Do I wish that I could play this game all day, every day, and never get tired of it? Sure. Hopefully we get there someday. Would I mind playing with you? So I play like 99% solo self-found. And this season specifically, I said that I wanted to play completely solo self-found. But there might be people in my Discord that are looking for people who want to play. Possibly. Ba, 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 ba. I love how green the poison puddles are. Like, obviously they're going to be green, but like the color of them makes me happy. They could have been like much darker green. Oh, it's a butcher. Sup, bro? You scared yourself with those? I could see that. I do believe in the live stream description, I think I have a link to my Discord. But if not, you can, yeah, you can just go to discord.rizarjay.com. Should take you there. So hard to get the books this season. Are you doing strong rooms? Because I felt like they dropped like candy once you started doing strong rooms. I'm assuming you're talking about the jewel books. The seasonal thing, yeah. The ones that unlock the new jewel, like the jewels that you can craft. Those drop in strong rooms. You're talking about once you're done with that and you get the cash. Oh, I see. I don't see. Feel like I'm missing something. Takes so long. Last season you buy. Oh, you mean to trade them in for the sparks? This is exactly how I found you 2 years ago. Pulverizing a dungeon? Hell yeah. Gonna play a new season PoE, yes. 100%. I will also probably play the new Last Epoch season the week before. Yeah, if there's a new season for an ARPG, there's a good chance I'm gonna play it. Is the druid confirmed? They haven't confirmed nothing yet. I think it's actually more likely going to be the shadow or the assassin. Because they kind of tease that in a blog post, but not confirmed. Show my gear? I don't wanna. You show your gear. I'm only level 51. Keep that in mind. Am I affiliated with that game too, or just Diablo? Meow. Yeah, I don't think that PoE has any kind of like partner program or anything like that. I'm sure that they probably keep in touch with like the big content creators. But as far as like an actual like program, I don't think they have anything. That'd be cool though.
Come, traveler. Stars of sanctuary await. An equitable transaction.
Did you get the badass gift box Rob got? Which one? I don't think so.
Indeed.
I don't think so. What's up, DJ? Probably only stay in touch with people that can do uncomfortable interviews with. True.
I've been starting from nothing.
Oh no, the one with the Xbox, no. Yeah, I think Robin Riker got those. I don't know who else got them. But no. So I get stuff like I got a soul stone, I got scented candles, and I got a chocolate heart. But that's all I've gotten, which is still cool. More than I ever thought I would get from them. It's really cool to get stuff in the mail from Blizzard. To like, some kind of promotion, I guess. The Soulstone was my favorite, though. That made me happy. I do expect when the expansion comes out, I'll probably get something. It was funny. He's like, I don't play on console. Yeah. Yeah. Now he can if he wants to. But it looks cool. Yeah. I mean, I probably would have said the same. Like, I have a Switch, and I have an Xbox One somewhere, but I haven't turned it on or plugged it in 5 years. No, I have an OG day one Switch 1. I do not have a Switch 2 yet. And my Switch, every time I turn it on, it sounds like a jet's trying to take off. Because I think the fan stopped working in it. So that's cool. This game actually plays really good on the ROG Ally. I do wonder if this game is going to get released on the Switch too. And if that happened, that would probably give me a good reason to get a Switch 2. Normally play at work? Yeah. If I still worked in an office, I'd probably be more inclined to get a Switch 2. I don't know that I would care about getting like a Steam portable or whatever, like a ROG or whatever, Stream Deck, any of those. I don't know that I need all that. I'm a mouse and keyboard guy. Stompy Boots get here tomorrow? Hell yeah. I'm happy for you. Like the shrine. He's like, yeah. Actually, I think this game plays so much better on controller. So I've thought about it, but I just really don't like the idea of doing the inventory management on a controller. And I could swap back and forth, but eh. And I just have so much muscle memory from playing Diablo 2 on mouse and keyboard and Diablo 3 on mouse and keyboard that it's just like, eh. I'm so used to it now. It's fine. Although, if it did come out on Switch 2 and I had a Switch 2, I would absolutely try playing it on the couch. Would I like it? I don't know. Oh, you use mouse for that? Okay. Does it switch back and forth pretty fluidly? I've never tried. I know PoE 2 was teasing a hybrid mode that would let you switch back and forth. But I don't think they've added it yet. As soon as you hit one button, gotcha. Selling, buying Paragon board. You don't understand how people can use controller. You feel bad? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. PoE 2? This is Diablo 4. But I will be playing PoE 2 next month when the new league drops. If you do declare you feel like having some ice cream, do it. Ice cream sounds really good. Chat's singing. Man, I miss Chester.
Move.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. He was so freaking good live. I never got to see him live. I would have loved that. I was so sad. Like, shortly after I moved to California, there was a concert that was Linkin Park and Incubus, which are two of my favorite groups of all time. They were in my city the week I was on vacation. Seen him twice in Manchester. Nice. Like, I'm not a huge live music person, but that's one show that I would have loved to go to. You live for concerts? Yeah, a lot of people do. I think it's just my social anxiety. It's places like that are a lot for me. I just started the game 5 days ago. Necro slapped so hard. Glad you're liking it. Hell yeah. Welcome to the party.
Much thanks, friend.
All right, what's good here? Sure. Sure. Started playing Diablo 4 Friday when it came to PS Plus. You've bought the expansion already? Nice. Yeah, we're eagerly anticipating the announcement for the second expansion that's coming out next year. So hopefully we get something on that soonish. Wife and I have been to over 200. Now the kid's getting old enough too. We took him to Hailstorm, Evanescence, Hollywood Undead, I Prevail, Godsmack, and have tickets for Papa Roach, I'm assuming, and Sleep Theory November. Hell yeah. Never thought you'd like a top down, but it's been hella fun. Yeah, I mean, the style is definitely a little old school, but I think it really works for the genre. It's very arcadey, but it's turn your brain off fun. Level 54 right now. Skins are cow dive. Wait, huh? What does that mean? Expensive. Yeah, the skins are a little expensive. I do wish that they would bring those down a bit. But at the end of the day, they're just cosmetics. So, like, I'm just really glad they never put pay to win in this game because a lot of people were worried they were going to. All right, so Changeling Debt. No way I'm still playing this? Yeah, absolutely I am. This game's great. Up at the up. Nope, we needed Moonrise on that. Haven't seen you streaming for like over a year. Did I never stop playing? So I've been streaming, but my old account got banned on TikTok because I streamed Baldur's Gate 3 and didn't turn off the sex scenes, so they permanently banned my account, so I had to make a new one. But I've been here. Remember D3 Real Money Auction House? Yes, I actually made really good money off of it. Saying the game is great is kind of an overstatement. I don't think so. I mean, it has a ton of room to improve, but I have a blast playing the game. You'd pay to win because you don't have time to play D4? Which helm am I after? Nothing in particular.
May your road be filled with wonders.
Yeah, the game is really fun. People hate on it because it's the TikTok generation, man. People have no patience anymore. They just want insta everything. But I mean, the game has plenty of room to grow, but good. It's a live service game. They need room to grow. Helm for a Sorc Inferno build? That's the Everglass. Liking a game is subjective. If you don't like it, doesn't me, he, or I don't. Doesn't mean he, right, yeah. Like, everybody's going to like different stuff. But the game continues to grow, and it gets much better over time. Have they added content or just weapon armor sets? They've added a lot of content. I mean, they have an entire expansion. They added a couple of endgame modes. I've heard people hate on Diablo 4, but honestly, if your first top-down is banging, yeah, like, if you want a more in-depth game, like, you know, PoE might be more for you. I get that, but I thought it was the Harlequin Crest. For the endgame build, yeah. So Harlequin Crest or Everglass are both really good. What are some of the new modes? So depending on when you last played, they added the Pit of the Artificer. They added Infernal Hordes. They added the Crossed Undercity, and they added the Dark Citadel. All right, what was I doing? Yeah, they added the boss layers, the boss ladder system. True. You help on the skill tree. You have point all over the place. It's rather overwhelming. So if you're not sure about skills, I definitely recommend checking out a build guide. Even if you don't want to follow it exactly, at least to get some ideas of what like well-established builds do. You don't think you played after like level 90 on release? Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so if you haven't played since like season 0, season 1, something like that, they've added a ton. The game feels way better now. The Spiritborn meta OP class at the moment. Spiritborn are definitely one of the best classes this season, if you enjoy them. Some people don't like the playstyle, and for them, I'd say play something else. There are a ton of viable builds this season, but Spiritborn, they got a new unique this season that made them very, very strong. Any mythic uniques, the purple items, they cannot be traded. You can only find them from drops. When does this season end? So it's not confirmed. Can you get a hot tub? Do it. It's not confirmed, but based on the reliquary, which is the new battle pass, the new season journey stuff, 67 days left. So we're guessing it ends then, which I think lines up to September 23rd. I think. Yeah, you can craft them with sparks if you have the sparks and the runes and stuff that you need. That's your birthday? Happy early birthday. Yeah, that's going to be Diablo 4 Season 10. All right. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. But like what I'll say is, if you already own the game, which you said you do, give it a chance. Like, it's come a long way. You might still hate it, or you know, not love it, or whatever, but it's free to try it again. And then if you like it, pick up the expansion, but you don't need it. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Think I played it through Game Pass before. Forgot how I played it before? Oh, I see. So it is still on Game Pass as far as I know, but and it often goes on sale as well. I know the expansion was recently on sale for like 20 bucks. People were saying on Xbox, I think the expansion's still on sale. Are legendaries worth keeping, or are they trash compared to mythics? So, I mean, mythics are generally better than legendaries. Look, I would say if you're not going to use a legendary, unless it's like a really, really good item with like multiple greater affixes or whatever, it's probably not going to be worth saving. I would either salvage it or sell it, depending on what your resources, like what you need resource-wise. If you need crafting mats, I would salvage it. Or if it has like a codex upgrade, I would salvage it. Otherwise, I'd probably sell it for the gold, because gold's also really important. This is your first season playing and loving. What's typical in a new season? So, generally, with seasons, they'll shift up the balance a little bit. They'll add some new legendaries, some new uniques, that kind of stuff. And then lately, they've been doing like a new seasonal power, which hopefully they get away from the seasonal powers every season and try to do different things. But they'll add like new dungeon types and stuff like that. This season, they did a major overhaul to Nightmare Dungeons, which is like one of the endgame dungeon types. It's not really endgame anymore, but it used to be. And then they added new content to those. Where can you get a Resplendent Spark? So you can get those by... you can either salvage a mythic if you get one that you don't need. You can kill Uber Lilith. You can do the seasonal bounty board thing, which isn't really a bounty board anymore, but same idea. Or the finishing the season journey, you get one. D3 was amazing, but you like this better? I feel like this game has a lot of similarities to D3, but they also do their own thing. And I think nowadays I do prefer D4 to D3. But D3 was a great game. I really enjoyed it. Still think D2 was the best, though. But that could also just be nostalgia talking. If you grew up with it, it was incredible. But if you've never played it before, it doesn't quite hit the same. 17 UK pounds. You bought it yesterday. The sale ended yesterday. You have 18 million gold right now. Nice. You've been grinding. Why so crazy? If they didn't do that, you'd be over the game in a few months. Oh, yeah, the seasonal resets, yeah. I mean, like, they could treat it like World of Warcraft and, like, do, like, the expansions every couple years, which we get that anyways, and just have it to where, like, they add, like, like a new tier of dungeons or whatever every 5 or 6 months or whatever. But I don't know that that works for this kind of game. Because, like, if they're just adding new dungeons, it's going to be like, okay, but the dungeons all feel kind of samey. I don't know. We need the monk back. So people say that a lot, and I was a D3 monk main. I would love the monk. The problem with that is there's kind of way too much overlap already with the rogue and the spearborn, so I don't see it. But yeah, like I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with seasons in the future because they keep teasing that they have bigger plans for future seasons. Like Brent Gibson, who is the game director for Diablo 4, has said that they're looking at seasons 9 and 10 to revamp Nightmare Dungeons and Infernal Hordes. But looking forward into 2026, he says that they're going to take bigger swings. Whatever that means. I need a Nanner emote? Maybe. What about an Angel class? Could be cool. I feel like that would make sense if we have a High Heavens expansion, which I don't know if they plan on doing that or not, but it would make sense. Think they should make harder content for Eternal? Not sure they would. I mean, if they're going to do it for Eternal, they need to do it for Seasonal as well. But I do agree that they need... Like, I do like the way that PoE and Last Epoch handle it to where there's, like, ways to modify the endgame that does exist to make them more challenging. And, like, you control how they do it. How Diablo does that, I don't know. Why are your legs cold but your chest hot? Get your legs out of the refrigerator. And get your chest out of somebody's mouth. What? Where am I taking this thing? You're wearing pants and you have a blanket on? Your friend has paid for early access of PoE 2 on PlayStation. He says it's better than Diablo 4. I mean, I enjoy both games thoroughly. I also play PoE 2. PoE 2 is much harder to get into because it's just a much more complicated game and it is much more difficult, but it is very fun. They have a new league starting at the end of next month that I will absolutely be playing. Diablo 4 is much more accessible, but it is a little bit more on the shallow side. And some people like that, some people don't. So it really just depends what you're into. I'm glad that I like both.
Moo.
I like vanilla, I like chocolate, I like strawberry. I like Last Epoch, I like Diablo 4, I like PoE 2. I'm not going to tell you which one's which. Is Druid fun? Druid is fun. I've always liked Druid, though. You're all for the shallow? Hell yeah. Psychosa got hacked. What do you mean she got hacked? Oh, about the Roblox thing? Yeah, probably. No, it was a YouTube reference from earlier today. How fun compared to other classes? That's going to be a very subjective answer, but Druid is probably my third favorite class. I think Sorc's my number 1, Barb's my number 2, Druid's my number 3. What's up, Bruce? How you doing? Bow, 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 bow. I think Riz would like the new Nanner game. What is the new Nanner game? Do you think I should go Druid or Rogue as next class after Sorc? I mean, that's a tough call. If it was me, I would go Druid over Rogue, but I do enjoy both. Oh, Donkey Kong? I mean, I don't have a Switch 2, so I can't get it. Oh, playlist giving you 2002 vibes? I graduated high school in 2002, if that tells you anything.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. What song is this? This is Taking Back Sunday. There's no I in team. Graduated in 2003. Oh, you think I'd like it? Fair.
Moo.
An equitable transaction.
I did watch some gameplay. It's basically Super Mario Odyssey 2. Looks good though.
Follow the stars, friend.
Greetings. How shall I get my hammer?
But with nanners, true. This is true. What's the community like at endgame for hard tier bosses? You imagine a lot of toxic. I mean, I'm sure there is some, but it doesn't really matter since everybody gets their own loot anyways. But I play solo. Yeah, you can solo everything.
Move.
The only content in the game that you can't solo is the Dark Citadel because it's like a raid. You can play it in parties of 2, 3, or 4. But once you do that a couple times, there's really no reason to go back. But yeah, everything in the game other than that is soloable. All right. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. It is past my bedtime. But I will be back tomorrow. I'll probably go a little longer tomorrow, probably. Hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you soon.